Back to being wielder today.
Wait, no, we're playing the Jailwreck team.
No. Yes, the Jailwreck team. That's correct.
I don't know, we're playing Shipwreck.
Yeah, Jailwreck.
Alright.
Shipbreak. Yeah,
If
Team
the
Shipwreck.
groups team up, if the groups team
We're
up,
playing
we
the
could
pro
actually
tags
do
today.
that. If you think about it, we could split them up. Team Shipwreck.
We could just live here. Like, why is everyone like, oh, we have to escape? Like, Jacob's a good thing for us.
Alright, I just need to run upstairs for a minute. I'll be right back.
I just wish that they didn't have the same number of syllables composed of, I believe, the same number of letters in each of the components of the word, because I keep getting them confused just because the words are roughly similar.
Yeah, what if we make one of
Backtrack.
them in like Esperanto? Then you couldn't get them
We're
mixed
so
up.
far away from the Eastern Mod.
For now.
Just drink some Red Bull and get some wings and then fly over there directly. Yeah. You have so much energy, you'll never get tired and you can just go all night.
Just get it like a car.
You might die, but
Some sort of vehicle. Oh, you could get a death wagon. Let's go fast.
Yeah, that'd be great, except we don't have any tracks.
Are you sure about that?
Are there death wagon tracks?
Have you explored every hex on this map?
yeah, they just start on
yeah.
the next tack.
What you should do is you should go to this cave where I heard it was found that an engine, like a prototype engine, was taken from the engineer Iray.
I fear what I'm gonna have to do for the stream overlay when our teams collide. I guess we'll just use the original.
We can make no, you take half of the token on the diagonal from each of the characters, and you just merge the images together.
Ah,
And then you can have part of the colors in like the top left corner. You can have red, and in the bottom right you can have whatever isn't red for your character. We have a lot of red characters. I don't know if I've seen a lot of red characters.
You could also have like the tokens on top of each other so that they're like stacked.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can have wide Venari.
All right,
you can like
let's do
squish
this.
them down by
Alright.
50% and then have just wide Venari on bottom. I feel like Venari is probably on bottom. Say what?
Like actually,
yeah,
you could actually just like truncate it horizontally, like the top half and the bottom half. You don't have to squish. It's the speaking
Alright.
What
indicator
about the
on
inner
top and
half
bottom.
and the
It works.
outer halves? Outer quarters.
I think it seems more anime to have it clipped horizontally, even though that gives you a lot less information about most character portraits. People with real avatars. Triangles and squares is where it's at.
We're gonna do the Mr. Ping challenge.
We may have to do the Mr. Ping challenge. Also, Justin Wong is getting destroyed on Twitter, and it's really funny to me.
Probably save that challenge image every time we start remaking it. Makes sense.
Oh, do what I did. When you take the image, just like use MS Paint to draw over it, so that over time.
That's basically what I do, which is why there's like
MS
the
Paint
quality of it goes down like
is
every
the
time.
ideal. MS Paint is the ideal image editor. People still just don't like to admit it.
Clearly
I'm
you've
not
not
admitting
heard
it.
of,
I think it's a problem with communicating it.
Clearly you've not heard of the GIMP. The GIMP program.
GIMP is too sexual.
The GNU's Not Unix Image Manipulation Program.
Funny, I'm on
Yeah.
Linux, but instead I use Photoshop and
MS Paint.
Wine. So
GNU is short for
Purple.
GNU's Not Unix, and GIMP is short for GNU Image Manipulation Program. So if you say the GIMP program, you're saying the GNU's Not Unix Image Manipulation Program, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, but then you've got GNU at the beginning there. So it's the GNU is not Unix, GNU is not Unix, GNU
Oh,
is
no.
not Unix, GNU
We're
is
trapped
not
in a
Unix,
recursive
GNU is
loop.
not Unix.
What are we going to do? We're never going to get to the program.
That's a running joke a lot
it is.
with a lot of software. Like pip. Pip installs Python, or pip installs packages. So it's pip installs, pip installs, pip installs, pip installs, pip installs, pip installs.
I run a virtual machine just so that I can have GIMP. I'm a Windows user, but I think GIMP is the ultimate software.
I'm so meta, even this acronym is...
Hey, that's wrong.
No, even this acronym. Yeah,
Nice try.
I'm so meta,
called
even
you.
this acronym.
Alright, if we do not have a Nigel, and what is it? What's 3 plus 5? 8? 8 minutes? Is that right? 7 minutes now? Then I guess we have to start.
I wish I started.
If they're 15 minutes late, we can legally go home. Is that the rule?
Yeah.
They are 15 minutes late. They were supposed to show up a long time ago. They're like 70 minutes late now.
Now, in the meantime, what we could do is... Hang on, do I still have this here? I think I do.
We could learn how to play Lancer.
I was going to, like, put on the Fim music, but it's not here. So we can't revive Fim. Oh, wait, we can. Fim's back.
Howdy, Fim.
Fim 2, the sequel.
Gosh, no one actually dies in this game, do they? You just revive them like that.
Yeah, that's the thing about D&D, isn't it, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of that spell that does that.
It's more comfortable.
says he's coming.
Let's go!
Go!
Did anyone watch the new Dream Manhunt? Manhunt?
No.
No? Okay.
Probably like 20 years too old for that.
Man, maybe. The Manhunts are so good, though. I'm a Dream stan, by the way.
Alright, I only watch Japanese women pretending to be anime characters, obviously. They're so much more mature.
I'll have you know that we're going to get the Dream SMP people to join Lascalia, and there's going to be a Dream SMP campaign.
Shy with the Dream SMP campaign?
You want to join the Dream SMP campaign? You have to get in the Dream SMP first.
Is SMP simp? Is that what that comes
No,
from?
you cannot say. Do not say that word. We're going to get canceled. No, SMP
that's
is
only banned
survival
on
multiplayer.
Twitch. You can't say simp on Twitch, but you can say it on YouTube, no problem.
Nice. Fuck you, Twitch.
Yeah.
Anyways, SMP is survival multiplayer. So Dream has an SMP where he and his friends have elaborate roleplay story arcs on Minecraft.
Like, remember that time he roleplayed getting a record in speedrunning Minecraft?
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good RP. But he kind of dragged it on for way too long.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because Dream is always the villain in the Dream SMP.
The tune's ended.
Yeah, it has ended. The tune has ended because Nigel will be here soon.
Got nothing on the jukebox.
Jukebox.
How do you put quarters in this thing?
You have
You
roll
have to
for
type
it.
/order.
Unrecognized command /order. I don't have permissions. Can you give me permissions?
Yeah, let me try something.
You have to do a dexterity.
Sorry,
scan
try
check.
again. Try again, Cal. I changed your permissions.
Damn.
There we go. Okay, it's working. Serious story, by the way. We're going to open this up with heavy lore and storyline, which is why I'm playing Candy Corn right now.
Yeah, it fits the situation.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're playing Candy Corn right now, but the second you join, it's going to stop, and I'll put on the recap. And everything's
so I can unmute it and all that.
like right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm in.
Immediately. The second Jazz is in the Roll20. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone, welcome back to Shadepool. After making a harrowing escape, Team Jailbreak headed towards the monument, finding an impenetrable barrier surrounding it. Confused, they made their way to the town where the Northwestern Alliance was. On the way, they found results of a battle between the Northwestern Alliance and Jokrob's temple. A solitary tower with a siege weapon aimed at the town. They explored it further and found what loot remained of it, then headed to the town. Genesis insisted it was his town and advised the group to be on their best behavior, but Aphros immediately chose to assert dominance over one of the 3 remaining guards in the town. Tensions were high as Genesis tried to get as much information as he could. The groups made some friendships, with Herschel Monroe's generally friendly demeanor endearing himself to the town, and Happy's increasingly mature and responsible behavior showing itself. Then, they encountered the Pajwidi Dark Elf Daya, the captain of the guard of the city. She was an intense, no-nonsense person that became convinced fighting Jockrob was impossible, and did whatever she could to protect the city. They convinced her that they were able to fight Jockrob if they tried, and so she advised them her former partner, a wizard by the name of Ventea, had transformed into a living spell in order order to seal off the northwestern monument. She agreed to provide them with 12 days of ration, enough that they could guarantee they could make it to Ventea and back, under the promise that they find fey seeds that could be grown in the deserts in order to cut their reliance on the food merchants that live in the jungle. At the market, they met with Prince Silos, a descendant of Clodia determined to try to fight back against the occupying force that has taken his island, and Gromwaller, a member of the Bronze Gauntlet who was left with long-term after effects preventing him from battling. Prince Silos asked that they bring the Eye of the Beholder, an item used in the creation of a magical scope that increases the range of guns and crossbows. Gromwaller asked that they bring water from Whiteleaf Grove in a jug he had created. Finally, Herschel, when looking for psychedelics, found a former mafioso who, after some altercation with Genesis, was trying to get into a room with no door. Herschel gave him advice on how to get in, and there the mafioso found a suit of Alexandrus Paladin's armor and vowed to turn his life around. What will they find at the Fey Grove? Will they meet with Team Shipwreck? And what is going to happen at the meeting of the aspects? We are live. Everyone, we see the underwater seat of the sea royalty.
Oh wow, this map still exists.
The remaining aspects have finished their meeting. There is some grumbles of dissent, but Tvar follows diligently behind Nula as the four of them make their way above where this would be. They are all water walking in unison. And so, the three of them, the aspects that is, have a discussion amongst themselves as Nula walks. Tvar doesn't say anything. Jockrob looks over. So, what, we're just going to kill all the royals? Is that it? And Ein just nods. This is something that is long overdue, Jockrob. The world needs to be changed for the better. But, I mean, all the royals, Leo Mars apparently is to be spared, but what's going to happen after? And you see Nula looks back.
They have been judged as evil. They've done nothing to help the world, to help Slaypool. Their despotic rule will end, and soon Project Faith will reach its next stage.
Well, I mean, yes it will, and it will end with me killing the other aspects. I'm not going to lose Nula. I'm not. And Nula just kind of looks at Jockrob with a disapproving glare. They're captured. I've got them right where I want them, and I will defeat them. I promise. I will not die. I won't be defeated. I won't. I mean, I'm Jockrob. I'm the first aspect. And Ein just like looks at him. He's smirking. Well, first aspect. At least you're not the first to die. Jockrob is like blushing. He's so furious. He just stamps his foot against the water. The aspects make their way down. There you can see the USSR building has been completely and totally covered in symbols of the preacher. They make their way into the central chamber. We cut now to another place in Shrishrab. Elsewhere in the city, we see the Rook, beloved member of the Stone Wall, meeting with the Sky Pope of the Conclave. Must I do this? Is there any other way? And fate glares down at him. No, there's no other way. This is the beginning of the new future. I've worked it out with perfect timing. He nods and he clutches the poison. He makes his way to the stone wall. He places the poison on his blade. As Sovereign begins to get ready, the samurai takes the blade and plunges it into the chest of Sovereign. Sovereign didn't even think to look. It was his best friend after all. The poison takes hold almost immediately. It is said this poison can kill even a god. So, when Sovereign turns to see Saga, he looks at him and says, I don't understand. Why? Saga just takes Sovereign's head in his hands. I'm sorry, it was the only way. For my clan, my family. And as he takes the sword out, he sees Damien in the back. You've done well, Saga. I promise, when you become an Episcopatus, I will guarantee the safety of the Hoshioe clan. And Damien transforms into her real form, Fate, Sky Pope of the Conclave.
Gotta end speedrun, let's go!
That's an imposter.
Dude, yeah. Damien
Everyone?
was a sussy baka this entire time.
Oh, did someone say Fussy Baka?
Damien was a sussy baka this entire time. We didn't even realize.
Isn't it weird how Damien kept showing up with cookies and goodies every time we were discussing important stuff? I just thought that was interesting.
I knew a lot
Anyways,
about political science.
Damien was a sussy baka.
Welcome
Like him.
to Team Shipwreck. I would like your mother if I were you too. I think that's a good trait in a boy.
Damien was giving cookies because what's it called? Isaac's mother just feed him cookies. Come on now.
And played
Team
like a damn
Shipwreck
fiddle.
has no idea any of this was happening.
Man,
Yes, we
if
do.
only we were murder hobos and decided to kill every NPC we came across.
Yeah, things would
We
be so much easier.
we would have beat the campaign like 3 sessions in.
I think we would have been murdered by like Sovereign or something. 3 sessions.
Also, he had that poison. He was like fondling that for fucking 6 sessions or some shit, protecting it or
name?
whatever.
What's your name? And oh, the GM gave you a name? Murder. Murder is a sentence. Goodbye.
Wait, we gave Damien the name, though. Didn't we?
Okay, we don't know anything about the beholder with this party, so we can't just turn around.
Suddenly you check your quest bar and you have a new quest, Kill a Beholder.
No,
Where did
you
this
just see
come
like
from?
6 quests all fail immediately.
The Skyrim drums start playing.
Too much
Yeah,
time
a
has
bunch of
passed and they'll
quests
just
failed.
auto fail.
And then all of a sudden you have a new marker pointing to the west and you're like, what the hell?
Wait, when did Mr. T get here?
When did Mr. T get here?
A long time ago, someone drew that.
Anyway, Team Shipwreck.
So I made the compass.
That's inverse Mr. T. He's got the opposite haircut.
What do you like to do?
Weren't we just heading east?
Yeah.
Isn't
We're
that
gonna
where
go
we
like
left
this.
off?
Yeah.
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 All right. So where we last left off Team Shipwreck specifically, they were having some discussions about some dreams that Heroes My Friend was having.
Very strange dreams.
You're gonna have to remind me about that.
Venera's family and the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I saw several people in a world dominated by a great black hand reaching into the sky. I was dressed in finery. I was religious. I saw an armed man, a man with armament in the corner, ready to defend the family. And I saw this woman fate. I looked into a shining plate and I saw my own face. I myself was fate. Does that mean anything to you?
Nope.
No.
You
As
sure you
far
didn't
as
see
we know,
rabbits?
fate is just fate.
We do know rabbits are important. Did you see any rabbits?
I don't believe that I saw any rabbits. There was no meal on the table that could have been rabbit.
Damn. Another dead end.
And you said fate was making demands of them?
Yes. I remember it clearly because I just had this vision a few minutes ago, and I shall now begin to explain exactly what I heard.
Oh my god. I can't believe you've done this. So what you are told here from Heroes My Friend in greater detail is that Fate was essentially... She wasn't trying to shut down the Church of Alex, per se, as that would not be allowed with the current rulers. Instead, she was trying to get them to say that their deity is not a full god, that Alex is a demigod, and that the true gods are the gods of the pantheon of Bustan. The Conclavist pantheon, the 15. This, of course, they disagreed with heavily. And the mother of the family, or not the mother, the father of the family disagreed the most. However, the son of the family tried to be more diplomatic, as he thought it would be dangerous if they had some sort of a head-on battle. But that was where the dream ended, as at some point Fate realized that Hero was looking in on this, and Hero took a bunch of psychic damage.
In some ways, I think it is a miracle that the scrying was complete.
I mean,
I know not what sort of vision it was caused, how it was caused, if this was magic or something about this world.
I mean, there's divination magic, which lets you look into the past and into the future, but an evocation, like dealing damage to you, requires it to be the present. So I think we can pretty confidently say that was happening now.
But if it was just a dream, it could simply just be images.
Dreams don't
Have you
usually
met?
cause like severe nosebleeds.
I wouldn't know.
Or
Have you ever
wasn't
met
Hero
Fate?
bleeding from their eyes?
Yeah, I thought it was from the eyes.
It was from the eyes.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Fate before?
Yeah. Yeah, I've met Fate.
I'm talking to a Hero.
Oh.
I don't remember any such person from my time here, nor anything like it before.
But you recognized them when you saw their reflection in the plate.
I heard their name in the vision. They were referred to,
Okay.
and I saw myself.
I don't know what to make of it. I'm not an expert on dreams. Venari might be an expert on dreams, considering her connection
no,
to the
because
dream
I
plane.
don't connect to the dream plane when I sleep either.
That's what it was. Okay. All information about sleep I really don't take in. Never felt the need for it.
Either way, there's nothing really we can do about it at this present time.
Yeah, we just need to stay alert for any more weird happenings.
If anyone else has any brain-destroying dreams, let us know.
Should I
Alright.
come into a near-death experience, I shall be sure to inform you, healer.
Ready to continue on with this great journey?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Beautiful. Then, for this team, let's do a new guide roll. Just as I cannot remember what the old one was.
Question to ask here now is which path we are taking. Are we going to Eastern Monastery? Are we going
Yes.
to the Eastern Monastery?
No, well, we're going to
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna stop
Not
at the White Leaf.
directly.
No, okay, then there's like really only one path, it seems.
we
Yeah,
want to get
there's-
enough white meat to cure the plague.
Alright, Pog, this is 4 hexes. This way.
4 hexes.
Well,
We
I
could
think
take an
I was-
extra hex if we want to walk
It's
along the
actually
edge of the
directly
world.
hexes. Like, it's
I don't
actually
mind.
directly using the advantages of hexes for angles.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
mind doing the
hexes are
edge.
good for world map travel.
Gee, you would think.
This just continues down south, right? As far as we can tell. It's just
There,
not mapped.
no, there's like a visible edge to where the world ends, and then it's just like endless blackness beneath.
Uh-oh.
The
Remember,
hexes
we went
are in
down some stuff.
celebration of the launch of the James Webb Space Telescope soon.
We're on a thin plate floating through space.
Awkward was too lazy to like... I see.
And
Alright.
also the dirt isn't that tall. Like if you dig like more than 20 feet, you'll just fall through the bottom of the world. So don't do that.
Jokrup could have
Right.
just surrounded this. He could have just made this an island and surrounded it with water. He was too lazy to do
If you have the
that.
spell Blink, don't use it, or you might clip through a rock and just fall through the world.
I mean, if it's only that thin, how would there be like a water table for all these trees? And
Is there a benefit for hugging the edge?
We can climb down if we
No.
need to. Like if
Sightseeing?
we get afraid.
Down to what?
you might get pushed off.
Oh, like
I'd
the edge of
actually
the
feel
plane.
better.
From the bottom.
I'd actually feel better the further in we got.
Like just beeline straight to Whiteleaf.
Just
What if the
idea
gravity flips around
of
on the
a
other
void
side?
off to the side.
Apology chimes in. I'm actually afraid of heights, so I would prefer to stay inside as well.
But you can fly.
Do not mock me.
I'm not mocking you, I'm just confused.
I like to fly low to the ground.
Okay. Let's
Have
Let's
you
go.
too many anti-magic fields in your days?
Who's there?
Pog?
All right, Pog. Yeah, let's just do this one. 4 hexes and straight beeline to Whiteleaf.
Who's our guy?
I think I was the guide if I remember correctly, because it was a combination of survival and persuasion. I
Either
think.
you or Hero.
Okay, so is Cinder rolling survival or charisma?
You roll survival at the beginning of the guide rolls, and then after you reach the destination, you roll, I think, the persuasion to see how good you like keep morale up. I think is the way to go. Is the way it goes.
It's not just keep morale, it's how well you organize things, how well you kept everyone together. So to this end, it doesn't always have to necessarily be charisma persuasion. It could be like a charisma intimidate, right? Like it could just be you providing
that
orders
fits.
in like a military manner or something like that. So there are options. You could also do like a performance as well, if you could explain how that would work. I can imagine a bard doing that. But you're gonna explain how your songs, maybe like charisma performance for like oratory skills. You're giving speeches or whatever.
Based.
That's for boat journeys when you're drumming the rhythm of the road of the
Yeah, that's really good. It's really good. I like that a lot.
All right.
That requires getting on a boat. Is the number one thing you don't do.
Can we have a boat if we do that?
Oof. That's a survival roll.
Well,
That's considerably worse than the one we had before.
This is the most dire penalty we've had.
Can I give
Can I use
that
my
flash
beloved
of
inspiration?
genius?
Yeah, you can use both of these. Reroll this. Flash
Oh,
of
no, I
Genius.
was
is up.
joking. I don't have a beloved. And also, I don't think we're using that roll.
I re-roll and there's Flash of Genius, you said?
You guys talked
No,
over each other.
it's
Okay.
add 5 to that, so that's an 11.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Add 5, just flexing the level up.
Yeah.
All right, so
Level up.
we did level up.
We're
You
level 8.
Hey,
Yeah,
level
you-
7 character.
Oh, maybe I'll level up next time because I have to pick a feat, I think.
We've had weeks.
He's up. Yeah, but then Endwalker came out. Can you really blame a guy?
Yeah.
It only
Can
came
you
out
really-
yesterday.
Yeah, you had to
Yeah,
do
they had
all
to get
the-
ready.
You had to do content to get ready for Endwalker.
And walk,
You-
baby.
You amateur.
You don't
Anyways,
understand the lifestyle.
11
Yeah.
is a fail by 5 or more, but not by 10 or more. So instead, it's only a -2.
Okay.
Who would like to roll the encounter table first?
Come on,
What do I
a
roll?
I
zero.
will.
2d10. I think.
2d10 -2.
I got it.
Time to roll a 0.
I did it.
Oh.
I did it fastest.
Oh, nope, never mind. Let Calcivir do it. Calcivir was always going to be the one to do it.
I mean,
We all
okay,
heard that, right?
We rolled
I
a
think
prime
it's-
number and then we subtracted 2 and now it's not prime anymore.
I think it's just always whoever rolls it first, I guess.
No, it's not. You're making a mockery of my rules that I haven't written down anywhere.
Well, I mean, in theory, I mean,
I've
like,
gotten to do it, and I wanted to do it.
I'll
because
tell you-
otherwise you're
Yeah.
gonna get into people are just
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
didn't,
into.
you didn't hear that, Pog?
What are the
You
good
should listen back to
feats?
the recording. They were like, yeah, I'm going to roll it.
All right.
No
Everyone.
one else even rolled it. There's no competition here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Everyone, as you are walking your way through, you find your way to an especially nice grove here. And in this grove, there is a lot more comfortable plant life than you're used to. Things don't feel oppressive, and there's just a river leading its way into this great lake that is spilling off the end of the earth. You watch kind of as this waterfall makes its way all the way down, and it looks like it's just going to fall through endlessly. Where does the water come from, you wonder? In this moment, you feel safe, and you realize what the source of this safety is. This tree that you are looking at in the middle of this grove, this tree, its bark is completely white, not like spruce. But this is a tree from the Whiteleaf Grove that has made its way all the way here, and is providing a source of respite. You are completely safe. Everyone, make a wisdom saving throw, and if you succeed, you can either remove a level of exhaustion or restore inspiration.
If you're within 10 feet of me throughout this entire experience, you get +3 to your wisdom save.
Oh, so that does 17 then.
Plus 3. yeah.
15 then, if I use Flash of Genius.
I guess I got a 19. I accidentally rolled it twice.
20 if I am within that 30-foot radius, otherwise 17.
Okay.
30-foot radius.
24.
Wow, I wish I was that cool.
So, Vonari, is that with the bonus from Hero?
No.
Okay, then you've succeeded as well. It looks like we've got all successes. Let's see Isaac here. We got 19. Beautiful, beautiful.
Do I get an inspiration then?
Yeah, you can choose inspiration or remove an exhaustion.
Which kind of inspiration does it give me?
The
Which one you want?
Oh.
I'll get the episode one because that one doesn't restore.
Whoa,
Alright.
whoa, you can pick which one? Okay, I'll get
Yeah, why not?
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, because we might get regular inspiration some other way.
Yeah.
Well rested makes sense. I already have
I want
makes.
to get something interesting with this feat, not just like, oh, I can shoot good.
Yeah, +2
Dex
dexterity.
is your best choice if you're curious. Dex is definitely.
just said I
the
wanna do
best
something
optimal
interesting.
choice. Yeah.
+1 is pretty interesting.
+1 to like all the things you do.
Oh,
yeah.
you could get Martial Adept.
AC.
Martial
From
Adept is
AC to
Everyone who's
hand.
Marsh-
saying interesting things can stop.
Martial Adept is actually pretty sick.
But Martial Adept
Or
is not
if you want
interesting.
to,
Yeah, if
Fey
Martial Adept
touch
isn't interesting, I don't know
is-
what
No,
is.
no, I wasn't talking to Pog when I said that. Martial Adept is interesting. I'll look at that.
I can't
You can
believe
take
it's the
Inspiring Leader.
Fey,
I think someone already
or
has
Fey
that.
touched.
Inspiring
Fate is my
Leader.
archetype, so I already have that as well.
Inspiring Leader might have been last campaign. I don't. Does
No,
anyone
no,
have it?
Inspiring Leader is definitely something that we have. I think, does Hero have it? I think Hero
Yeah, it's
has
me
it.
that has it.
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
It's the person
remember.
who suggested it. I just
Look at
scrolled
me.
down to this list of feats that I have, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this feat. If you want
Look at
something
me,
interesting. Anyway, you should pick
True
Dex.
maneuvers.
Something interesting. Alert is also interesting. Nice to have. Charger
You
is an
can
interesting
take
one.
Keen Mind.
I can get Commander Strike. I can make Happy sneak attack twice in a turn.
Oh, yo, that one's sick, but also what's it called? Keen Mind is also sick as well.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
I'm glad that people enjoy my suggestions. Hey, so I don't think Hero has any exhaustion, and I also think Hero has all 3 inspirations. Can I give somebody an inspiration?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Who do you trust the most to make good decisions about inspiration?
Probably my good friend, Crab Lady.
Crab.
Oh,
Lady.
give
Person
it to me.
going
I
with
don't
me.
have inspiration. I'd love inspiration. I'm just an NPC. I don't even think I have it on my stat block.
Hey,
me
that would
check.
turn you into a PC, and then you could join the party.
Nice.
Yo.
And then I could be played by Soul.
Yo, okay,
Oh,
let's
well,
really
once-
message.
Yeah, and
As
then
soon
she
as they
betrays
join the
us later,
party,
and we're
then
gonna
they
hate
become
it.
weaker. That's
Well,
how it
that's
goes
true.
in every RPG.
Yeah, that's true. They've lost all their special powers, and they now do like PC damage. They don't do 9999 damage anymore.
And they don't have 50,000 HP anymore.
All right. Today is a good day. And it fills you with inspiration that tomorrow, when you make your, well, not tomorrow, but in the next days, when you make your way to the Whiteleaf Grove, that there's going to be more of this. And in this moment, Apology looks around and speaks up. This is why we worship the dragon. This is what the dragon should be. And she plucks like a leaf from the tree and just munches on it. It's a pure white leaf.
The leaf fills her with determination.
Yeah. Are there any leaves on the ground?
There are a few, but when they fall on the ground, you can see that they begin to somewhat lose their coloration as they get
Alright.
absorbed into the ground.
Can I take what is it called? A shoot. You know how like apple trees aren't, you don't make them from seeds. You take like a shoot from an apple tree and graft it onto something else.
Okay.
Like I'll get out a little
Or cutting.
blade. Yeah, cutting. I think that's the right one.
Can we just do a general investigation of the area?
I think this would be a nature check, actually.
What's special with the area again? It's got good plants.
This has a tree that's from the Whiteleaf Grove that's made its way over here.
Oh.
So this entire area is affected by hope and the way that some places in Shadepool are.
I had 21 in nature.
Isaac,
right.
do you think with your plant growing abilities, we could graft this to something back home?
With the natural 20, absolutely, Isaac could.
I can graft lots of things. It seems like good hardwood. I don't know if it'd really be good for furniture, but probably for floors.
Or the leaves. I mean, if we could successfully pull that off.
Yeah, but a successful financial venture uses every part of the tree.
Assuming there is a world to even sell the stuff in afterward?
Yeah. Well, we're here to get some stuff. Might as well take it.
I respect your inclination towards sustainable practices, but sometimes the labor cost of making use of all materials can be quite substantial and make certain avenues unprofitable.
Alright, can I climb a tree pog and get an acorn? Or a
Hero, you
tree
remind me of Cal
seed?
sometimes.
Yeah, you can get this tree. I envision is like a fruit tree,
Okay.
so I think you're
Oh.
able to get like a fruit.
Is it a stone fruit or is it a pit fruit?
I think it's a pit fruit.
Okay.
I just know to put my eggs in one basket.
Add custom item.
Oh, what if it's a plum tree?
Not many eggs
It's
to
like
go
plums.
around in Jock Rob's.
And fruit from Hope Meat Tree.
Yeah, I'll grab some leaves, couple fruit, and the what's it called? The cutting. Yeah,
Or clipping.
I think like you don't need a big amount. It's just like a branch. I think.
Yeah.
Take a small bundle.
Yeah.
And
I can get Piercer, which allows me to roll 1 additional die when critting with a piercing weapon, and my gun is piercing, so I could have 4d12 on a crit.
Oh my god.
which
Berries.
it's okay.
And then you can start putting levels into champion fighter.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, like how much material is available to be taken from this tree?
Do you want to like wreck the tree, or do you want to sustainably take from the tree?
I'm trying to decide. Like, if we were to totally strip this thing down for material, how
Why?
much of there is there? I'm just trying to get a sense of what there is here.
This is a fully grown plum tree. There are enough plums that you could probably feed yourself for a day off this. And if you were to strip all the leaves as well, you could probably get enough to cure like about 20 to 50 people.
Rhythm of what?
If you take sustainably, it would be about half of this. However, there's also a grove of trees like this further on.
Yeah. I think sustainably for now. Because based off the grove, I mean, we're gonna probably get as much as we can carry. And so my thinking is there's no need to totally strip this thing. Yeah, I'll grab like 2 good handfuls of leaves, a couple fruit, and the cutting.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast speak. But does speak with plants would it work on this tree?
Would it work with this tree?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Oh, sick. All right, I'll cast speak with plants.
All right, you have 21 cures worth of material then, Wielder.
All right.
This is pretty
That
good.
is a good amount.
Okay, you speak with plants.
Oh.
Hello. I am not familiar with you.
That's fine. Where have you come from? Are you native to this area?
I am native, and I was taken here.
You were taken to be placed here, or
Someone ate me and deposited me here.
as a seed, or
Yes.
okay. Have you seen anything interesting recently? Or heard of anything interesting from the other plants, other trees through your roots?
Injured animals come by here to rest at this spring. I enjoy seeing them heal up and leave. Not much aside from the worm has come by that interests me, however. It is unusual that you speak to plants.
I
You are the
speak.
most interesting thing to come by in quite some time.
I speak to all manner of nature. Do you know what injures these animals? Other animals, or
Other animals. Such is the way of nature.
are we the? Besides us, what were the last humanoids you saw? Or who were the last?
The
humanoids?
master of this place comes by here sometimes.
Is there a pattern to it? Does he come by every week or so, or every 2
No,
weeks?
just when he feels like it.
Okay. What does he do once he's here?
He tends to me and ensures that I am free of danger. Then he heads on to the grove where the rest of my family is.
Good plant. I'm gonna pat the bark.
The plant seems to enjoy this.
All right.
You get the sense that no harm will come to you if you rest here.
Ooh. Took us a day to get here, it seems.
Reacts.
Would
I'm
you
down
like
to
to
rest
press
it.
on or take a rest?
Speaking of taking a rest, how much psychic damage did Hero take?
Healed most
Because
of
it's
it.
not marked on my character.
I think we healed you fully because I've used a bunch of spells.
Yeah, you are healed fully.
Yeah, I kind of remember getting healed, but I was scrolling up in chat and I didn't see that happening, so thanks.
That's because we did 2 sessions of jailbreak.
Yeah, that would explain it.
What
I
happens if
stopped
I
scrolling after a while.
what happens if I have martial adapt and then later become a battle master?
You just get additional maneuvers.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
they
that-
use your maneuver dice, I believe.
That's what Cal is actually planning to do. Although I don't know if their D6 die upgrades to a D8 or if you just have 2 different sizes of die.
Yeah, it's just
Remember?
added, so you get additional superiority die. So you have like the 4 D8s, and then you also have the D6. And then you get those extra maneuvers added to your maneuvers learned.
Yep.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like it was pretty cool. And I like that you can use the D6 on something that doesn't actually check what size of die you're using. So it's basically just like having an extra die.
Rain, do you think we're gonna get to level 11?
I thought that we were only going to get to like level 9, so my opinion is probably wrong.
You'll
think
almost certainly get to level 11,
I think,
by
yeah.
math.
We earlier had this discussion like weeks ago, but in the chat, it's like maybe even 13.
Every
probably
aspect
12.
is 1 level at least.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
12 or 13 for this campaign. I'm not sure which, but definitely not 15. It will not hit 15 no matter what. It most likely will not hit 14.
What if we just form the inner sanctum? We just start killing everything in here.
What if we just take over the sanctum and then we just hide here for the rest of our days? Because this is
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
I'll get
irresponsible of us.
sharpshooter now, and then I'll start leveling battle master.
Okay, well that'd be sick. Yeah, we take Jokrob's aspect, one of us, and then we just make this our like place. We just chill.
What I really like is disarming attack, which lets you shoot something out of someone's hands, but you can only do it once per short rest with the feet, and it has a D6 instead of a D8. So it's kind of like butt. So if I get
Yeah.
sharpshooter, then I'm getting the skill when I go back, and then I can get disarming attack at 11.
Oh,
We can-
yo. Wait, you get sharpshooter and then you get the scope.
Yeah.
Then it's lit.
I'll have pretty far range.
Just
We
like
can-
from 2 maps away, you snipe the weapon out of someone's hand.
That's the plan.
All right. 3 days remain. Who would like to roll next? We still got this this fat minus to our rolls though. -2, 2d10.
I can hit the long rest button. Yeah.
You can hit the long rest button.
I have 43 HPs now.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
Heaven or hell?
Dichotomy.
All right. Hunter. Who's the hunter? Raise your hand.
Yes, that is me. That is me. Oh, I was gonna say before going to sleep, could I set up some like traps in the water in the
Yes.
river
Yes, yes.
to catch some fish?
And I'm very glad that you've said this here because this one here is you have a choice. And I'll give you this choice here. Choice number one, you can find herbs. These herbs will allow you to create potions. Number 2, you can find good food. This good food here can provide some benefits to your team.
Oh, I would like to find herbs because I want herb seeds.
Smart.
Hold on, let me check our rations. I got them on me.
I mean, we're not using rations
We've
because I'm
got-
casting.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going for herbs then.
You're going for
Yeah.
the herbs?
Great food and
Going
water.
for that herb. Get some dank.
Hey, you're not playing Herschel. Come on.
Now the food I'm summoning is bland, but
Herschel's is in my mind.
Herschel is in your mind. All right, let me roll to see what kind of herbs these are. Pop. That's a 5.
Oh, that's the best one. Lucky number 5.
It's actually pretty damn freaking good. It's pretty good. But can you get the herb? Nature check for the hunters to gather this food. Or this herb,
Alright,
rather.
I'm actually pretty good at nature, and I'm probably going to add a flash of genius to this.
Okay.
Just any
16.
Flash.
16. All right, 16 is not a full success, so you don't get the big dice. You don't get the 1d8. You only get the 1d4. 2. You find enough herbs to make 2 potions worth, and if you have herbalism kit proficiency, you can use that to find what. Okay, beautiful. So go ahead and roll proficiency to see if you can identify the herbs and what they would be useful for.
Okay, proficiency what? What skill? Int,
Herbalism
probably?
kit. Int, yes, almost
Int.
definitely.
Okay.
Wisdom also makes
So-
sense. Constitution, probably not.
Plus 5 for int, plus 6 for expertise. $25.
All right. As you are walking here, Wielder notices out of the corner of his eyes that these herbs are particularly rare and used in the creation of a specific type of magical potion, and is able to determine where exactly these herbs will be found to gather more and more of them, enough that he can create 2 potions worth. As he finishes gathering them, he explains to the group that these are used in a type of temporal potion that is used to enhance your luck. When brewed into potions, these will create potions of advantage. They will give you advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make within the next hour.
Does he find any seeds?
Dang.
Okay, I'll give you a choice here because that's not a high enough nature roll to find seeds as well. You can either get 2 potions or 1 potion plus seeds, and then Isaac can later grow these herbs.
The latter's the play, in my opinion.
What's one advantage?
Before I'll make 1, and then realize, okay. Like, the reason I wouldn't have the seeds if I made 2 is because the seeds are part of it.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, I'll make 1, and then I will consult Isaac and say, Hey, if I give you these seeds, how long does it take you to grow a sufficient amount of material from this?
1 day.
Can you do that here? Ah, no, we're traveling. It probably needs you a full day, huh?
I mean, you can carry the pot for me. Do you want to carry the pot?
Do
You
we
have to
have
promise
a
not to
pot?
drop it if something happens.
I don't know if you have a
We'll just
pot.
hold
There
on
is a
to
guy that sells pots in the Northwestern Alliance.
We don't know that.
All right, guys,
Oh,
we gotta
don't
go. We gotta
know
turn around.
that.
We gotta turn around and go and get a pot, guys. Let's go.
All right.
I mean, we have Cal's helmet. Cal's wearing all that full plate for a reason, right?
Yeah, I don't think she
I'll
wants to
just
give
hold
up
on
her
to
helmet.
these.
The
Hero's
most
my
important
friend.
thing.
Hero
Oh.
wears full
We
plate.
have
Hero
Hero's...
wears a breastplate.
Is Hero wearing full plate?
Yeah, Hero wears full plate.
Yeah, I'll say, well, we got Hero's helmet.
Well, then they
Rude.
don't have their head protected.
I mean, do they...
No, let's just hold on to this, and when we get back, we can start. You can start cultivating this.
Okay. What do I call these
This
seeds?
is a
These are seeds
good
of
potion.
advantage.
Seeds of advantage, yeah.
I don't
Seeds
think
of
this
advantage.
helmet would have very good drainage either. It might damage the seeds if you try to keep them watered.
What's the duration of the potion of advantage?
1 hour.
1 hour.
It's also a bonus action to drink a potion. So you could, as a bonus action, drink, and then as an action, attack somebody.
Nice.
Gives advantage on any roll for 1 hour.
A D20 roll.
Yeah,
Like you keep getting
And
you
then
keep
the-
getting
yeah,
the
the-
advantage.
That's no, just once.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
Just
like
once.
it's like a Doonamancy thing.
You also cannot stack them, I should say. You can't just like quaff like 20 potions and be like, all right, I got 20 advantages, I'm moving in.
Of course.
Well, it's only for skill checks, you said, so...
Ability check,
Isn't-
attack roll, or saving throw of your choice.
Yeah,
So
any of the
Mhm.
main D20s.
Basically everything. Yeah.
You get to
Alright.
stock an advantage basically for an hour if you
Which
use
is-
it beforehand, or you can use it as a bonus action to give yourself advantage on an action.
That's
It's
good
pretty
for a
versatile.
rogue. Very decent for a rogue.
Good for everything.
What does it look like? You've always
Uh,
got these fanciful descriptions for potions.
Well,
I
you
want to hear this
have
one.
you have not yet prepared a potion.
Okay.
You've gathered the
Does
herbs.
what does that
These
happen
are
over the long rest?
Yeah, if you'd like to prepare one over the long rest, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that not what the herbalism kit roll was for?
No, that's just to identify the herbs.
Okay.
That's as an herbalist, you
Would-
know what these are used for.
Okay. And then it would be like alchemist supplies to
Correct.
make it, which I've also got proficiency in and can conjure in an hour.
Most redundant statement, artificer. I've got proficiency in this tool. I guess technically sometimes they also have expertise in the tool.
Oh, always have expertise in the tool.
All right.
In every tool.
All right. Lookout, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Is it visual?
Everyone, or...
Lookout.
Okay.
Okay.
27.
Hey.
You notice that there are things flying through the air to the north of you. However, they have not noticed your position and will not be attacking this night.
Things? Can I tell what they are at all?
It is difficult to see through the canopy of the trees exactly what these things are, but you do notice that they're flying high above the trees, and if you squint your eyes, you can see that they are flying creatures with wings, and they are some sort of a mount. As they fly by, you can see that there's something riding on the backs of these winged creatures.
What direction are they going?
They are from the north, and they're heading further north.
Ah. Alright, we should miss them then.
And so you may long rest. During the long rest, Wilder, you may try to prepare this potion here.
Alrighty. It's gonna be the same roll as before. And I'll add Flash of Genius to that. Might as well. I'm about to long rest. So 23.
You're able to
Double int, double proficiency to that one roll.
You're able to successfully produce this potion here, and as you muddle it down and extract all the oils from this here, you prepare it into the potion. The potion has a degree of separation from the oil coming from this herb, and specifically from the seeds that you have to crush down to release sort of the fatty content inside, as well as the water that you use to prepare it. So in order to drink this potion, you have to shake it first, and then the separation begins to emulsify together, at which point the potion becomes sort of like a cloudy green with little flecks of gold inside from the oil.
That sounds like bad mayonnaise.
It's bad plant mayonnaise, yeah. But it gives you advantage.
Nice.
That's me. I'm bad plant mayonnaise. Hey, I don't think that hero has a party role. I was wondering if it's less interesting for this party to double up on Hunter, and maybe better to do double lookout or something like that.
It's up to you
we
what
don't
you want
really
to
need
do.
it. Hunter's less important since Venari can magically conjure food.
Come scouting with me. I can teach you how to walk quietly.
Oh,
And we can
yeah.
hang out.
Can we double up on Scout?
Turn up.
It's a guide that you can double up
Yeah.
on, right?
It's guide you can, but lookout, scout, hunter,
And
totally
Hunter.
fine.
Okay. What do I roll for a scout? Can I scout with them today before we long rest?
Sure.
Okay. What do I roll? Perception?
We didn't get.
There's nothing to
over there.
scout for,
Oh,
but there's
okay.
nothing stopping you from helping out the scout. All right, one more check before we get to the Grove. The Grove. Who would like to roll 2d10 minus 2?
My turn to
Who
do it.
hasn't had an opportunity? Yeah, like you
All
can
right,
do it.
Vonar.
Oh,
11.
Nice. They've all had a 10 in them.
Well, lookout. Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's me. Uh-oh.
Mine didn't have a 10 in it. It just was an 8 and a 9. So
Oh, it was just really good.
yeah, it was as good as it could be without getting that.
Mhm.
And no duplicate.
In the meantime, could anyone with bravery and courage in their heart, could you just go ahead and give me a d12 check?
Yes.
Sounds
9.
exactly like me.
9.
It's a perfect
shall.
cube, or it's a perfect square.
Nice.
Perfect square.
Oh, it's your.
9s aren't squares. They're all like loopy. There's a circle and then another half of a circle.
Yeah, I don't get that hot take there, man. 9 is not a square, dude.
Yes, it is. It's 3
It's
squared.
it's
9
the
is a
difference of two
a
triangle
circle
numbers.
with like a little thing underneath it.
Right, apology.
It's a circle with a tail. It's more like a cat.
Yeah, it's a perfect cat.
A D12, you said?
It's already been rolled. I'm sorry to say.
I don't know
Let's
why. I was looking at that roll. We were making jokes about it, and it didn't register. That's the one you called for.
A 9 is kind of like a 3, but it's not squared. It's just you added a circle on.
Hey guys, watch this. Watch this. Watch
Exactly.
this. Ready for this? Boom.
Nice.
I mean,
How
you
did
just
you
you just
don't
flip
get it.
the you just flip the 9 upside down and put it at the beginning. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, okay, I get it now. You know that
It's the
rapper?
same upside down as it
Drake,
is.
right? Yeah,
It
it's the
is
Drake
right way
one.
up.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
6 upside down, it's a 9 now. You know?
Yeah, Drizzy.
That's actually the first encounter I had with the special property of that number. Is I read it in a math book when I was a child. I was like, oh, that's cool. The same number upside down as it is right way up.
All right. Do you guys like
And so
sharks?
to this day, I think of that property when I see
Land
69.
sharks?
Sharks,
Yeah, I like
I
sharks.
love sharks. I
I
love
prefer
them.
sand sharks.
In fact, I'm like half human, half shark or something. I'm just shooting.
Ooh.
I'm just some kind of fish or whatever.
Okay. This is a very fun encounter, and I'm glad that you've got a 9. specifically in this area. This is the best possible area to get a 9 in. Everyone, you are about to be attacked by flying sharks. Please arrange yourself as you see fit within this box.
Yes.
I wanted them to be land sharks. Whatever.
Oh,
All right, I gotta fix my HP one moment.
I'm not out scouting. I'm like with everyone else.
Yeah, if you'd like to be scouting here, then you can. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, scouts move in this box.
Oh,
All right.
enjoy.
Scout.
I'll be up front-ish.
Well, hopefully they don't know I'm there because I'm scouting and I'm not part of the enormous stampede of people.
You're out of the. It's in the box or
Yeah, in the box.
Oh,
you
the
can move
box
yourself.
moved.
a rod?
Oh, I moved myself within the aura, probably.
Oh,
All right.
the big. Oh shit! The scout with the.
Now,
with the.
We're going to make 2 different group stealth checks. Team Scout, go first.
See.
19.
So,
Okay.
what is it that I hold down to? Is it this?
Control.
I think.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. Under Isaac's expert tutelage, the 2 of them use the cover of the canopy of the jungle and move in such a way that they avoid stepping on any branches, specifically like choosing to step on the stump and like do a little bit of parkour here to make absolutely no noise. They see these sharks are beginning to swim through the sea of leaves overhead. And now, the regular group, if you could give me a group stealth check.
Oh yeah, I'm good at these.
1 failure, 1 success,
Not
2
bad.
failures.
And,
And then
I'm gonna
for the
give you
defender.
defenders.
Wait, 2
well.
failures? Ooh.
1 failure, 2. Oh my god, 2 failures. That means they notice the group.
Oh no! Not defender. No,
I mean, we're gonna
defender.
fight
You're a
them anyways.
cat.
So.
Owned.
He eats fish. Well, no, he doesn't eat anything, but he's
So
a facsimile of something that eats fish.
these aren't fish, bruh.
Like
Maybe
to
I'll just
remind,
try putting on full plate like Hero.
I'd like to remind the party that after each short rest, we spend 10 minutes listening to me inspire you, and you get 10 temporary hit point.
Do you do that in the mornings as well? Do we have hit points right now?
Is it a flat tank?
It doesn't have an expiration time, so I actually probably did it before we went to bed.
Okay. Now, Team
I'll take
Scout,
that.
I'd like you to make a perception check as well.
Oh, perception?
18. Yeah, I get good rolls today.
There's 2 more sharks going in from behind.
Ooh.
Alright. Everyone roll initiative. Let's get in this tracker.
Ooh, look at these.
Oh, these things don't seem to have mounts, so they're different flying things from what I saw before.
I asked you.
I was like, oh, the flying things are not going to be near us. I'm not going to look at the skies anymore. I'm just going to focus on the ground. And lo and behold.
Oops, that's the wrong. That's the
Another
number.
one.
18. Okay, it's not an ampersand. Do it here now.
Yeah, just.
We do it
There
live.
we go.
Oh, this one's supposed to be smaller.
I cash you.
Those are pretty good initiative rolls from like
I
everybody.
cash you. Dang, lots of big rolls.
Big rolls, no trolls. And first up in the initiative is this little baby shark over here.
Do 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 do.
This shark is going to
Guiding
suddenly swim up super fast next to Vonari. Vonari, this thing is hovering above your head. What do you do?
Doing anything to me? Or is it my turn?
No,
my
it's
turn?
double moved.
Oh, I thought it was just super fast.
There's a lot of enemies around. They're all quite spread out.
Keep in mind, all of these trees provide cover.
Yeah, but Fireball doesn't really care about cover so much. I could get those two in a Fireball if I wanted to. Or I could like Wall of Fire somewhere. Probably not worth it. We'll just fly over.
How high up off the ground are these things?
Variable. So the one at Vonari's is about head level, so it's about 5 feet up. The largest of them is about 20 feet up, and the other ones are about anywhere between 10 and 15. And they're all like trying to close in on you here.
Are we gonna take a defensive position here? Or are people gonna rush forward?
I don't know if we should be taking a defensive position here because I think they could just swarm us.
Well, that's the thing. I could do a Wall of Fire around us.
Big
Point it
fucker
outward.
here, big fucker there, big fucker
But
here.
they can just
They
fly
could just
over it.
fly
so it doesn't
over
really
the
help.
wall. Yeah.
I'm just gonna Fireball these two guys.
Based and fire built.
Does that work?
All right.
Fireball, 3rd level. Cast.
All right.
Normal roll.
So they are going to try to make the
That's
dex
a
saves.
really low roll. Damn it.
All right. The big one has failed, but what about this other one?
I expected them to be dexterous, but maybe they're flying with the map. Yeah.
The giant one is not that dexterous. All right. They've both failed, so that's 23 damage to both.
Move a little bit, still in range of this guy, so I don't. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I can bonus action try and push him away from me. So he can make a strength saving throw of 16.
The large one or the smaller one?
Small one beside me.
Your telekinetic DC is different from your spell DC?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Because my spell DC is up 1 because of the item mine.
10.
Okay.
Alright, he gets 5 foot away from me, which means I can move without provoking.
Cashew, come here.
I'm at the edge of the map, so. Ah! Rolled and moved. There we go. I'll stand there.
Okay, Cinder.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright,
there's
alright, alright. 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 Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I am going to. Kind of sucks. Do those two, or I can do these two. This guy.
If there's any objects that are flammable in that sphere, they also get lit on fire.
Now this is very wet vegetation here in this jungle.
Okay.
It's right by a lake.
Nice. This sort of a 30-foot wide cube, would this would catch both of them that I have my ruler on right here, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I would cast Hypnotic Pattern in this area right here.
Nice.
Let's see it. So click that. Wisdom DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
DC
Each
15.
Yeah. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a Wisdom saving
Hey,
throw.
left
fails
first, then right.
Yeah. Okay.
They both fail.
That's
On a
good.
failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated as a speed is 0. And the spell ends if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake them. So those two are just incapacitated at the moment. And then Cinder will use their movement. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Yeah. 30 feet this way. Which way I should use? Where's it? From here. 30. feet, like so. Hit ship. Oh, supposed to be able to like hit. Is it control? You can hit a button and keep the ruler up while you do other stuff.
Right click, I think.
There you go. And then now I can select this token and move it to there. There you go. Cool.
It doesn't go that much further, huh? Just like a few pixels down.
That's my turn. Big turn in the chat.
Alright. Wielder.
All right, where did Venari? Oh, you're down there.
Have fun.
I guess I guess I could just go for this little guy here. He's down at eye level. I'll take a swing at him with the warhammer.
Okay.
24 to hit.
24
7
hits.
damage. I'll do
Okay.
another attack. Resonance 1. 23 to hit. 14 damage.
Hey, this shark is
21
bloody.
total. All right. And then
As it becomes
ahead.
bloodied, it thrashes out and gets to make an attack as a reaction here.
all right.
Good to know.
That is 12. That does not hit.
Yes.
Looks like
And
three
then
sizes.
bonus action, command the defender come up, stand there. Actually, we can flank. We can do this. And the defender will attack. 14 to hit.
14 to hit? Does
Yeah.
hit.
4 damage. So
Okay.
25 total.
Okay. Isaac, I believe you act above Hero, unless you want to have Hero go first.
We have the same decks, so
Whoa. Alright, who would like to go first?
I would prefer that Isaac goes first.
Okay.
okay.
Isaac, you see these sharks are like flying above your head here. You're just kind of hiding underneath the leaves, and they don't pay any attention to you. You are unseen. What would you like to do?
Has Happy attacked them?
Happy, unfortunately, is halfway across the world.
Oh. Has anyone besides Wielder attacked them?
Yes.
Who?
Vonari has fired a fireball at this group here, hitting the largest one and another one
oh.
off to the side. Cinder has
That's
cast...
because I wanted to know the AC, but
Oh, okay.
looks like only Wielder has done attacks. He did really good attacks. Okay,
These
then
things
I...
The little
seem
one
easy to
has-
hit.
The little one was hit by a 14.
Okay, I'm gonna back off 30 feet, and then from stealth, attack the big one with sharpshooter.
Okay. 14
Nine.
hits,
9 misses.
9 misses.
I have sharpshooter, I just took a minus 5.
Damn.
Yeah. Do you want advantage on that, or is that already?
I already had it.
Yeah, already had advantage.
Okay, then I have a bonus action, which is... Do I have a bonus action? Or any of my bonus actions useful?
Now you can absolutely hide basically anywhere on this map. That's a feature of this battle map here.
Yeah, it looks like hide is gonna be my only useful bonus action.
Probably.
Stealth. 26.
You shoot and then you practically go invisible. Like you just hide in so well. You take some of the branches and use them to camouflage yourself. Hero, you've now lost Isaac. You have no idea where Isaac is. However, there was a gunshot that went off and these things are now turning.
Isaac.
What do you do?
Turning, like the sharks are turning toward the sound.
Towards the sound in your general direction.
My general direction.
Specifically, these ones. The large one is still fixated on the group in the back.
Okay. Then there's one shark that's just like right there.
Correct.
I am currently double checking to see if this guy has any special moves.
What are you doing with all these
Which
ruin
confuses me sometimes because of how this is all
Triangle.
laid out. Triangle.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah. That seems fun. I want the big shark to make a DC 14 Wisdom save, where Hero's eyes Hero's eyes start glowing yellow and then shoot forward, binding the shark's fins in place in massive chains and locks. I choose a creature within 60 feet of me. Fiends and undead have a disadvantage. On failure, the creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0 for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Does it get another save afterwards?
I will give you the tech, but I don't think it's concentration, and I don't think that they get more saves.
No, yeah, until it takes any damage, it is now afraid.
Yeah, and it can't
so-
move.
It just kind of hovers in the air, kind of turning away from Hero.
We're like swimming in place desperately. Okay, I do have bonus actions. Oh yeah, that's not a spell. I can use spells. That's fun.
Three of them have been CC'd.
I guess Compelled Duel would be a fun spell to use. I want to take this shark and I want to use my Compelled Duel on them, which is a first level spell, a Wisdom 14 save. Alright, if I attack someone else, I think it ends. It ends if I attack any other creature, if I cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than the target, if a creature friendly to me damages the target or casts a harmless spell on it, or if I end my turn more than 30 feet away from the target. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and it must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me. And it's concentration for up to 1 minute. Then, let's see, how far away can I get from it? Okay.
How many effects can we make him keep track of?
Alright, I'm going to just walk up to it. That's what I'm going to do.
These things don't have save, so like I
Yeah.
think you just win the encounter at this point. You solved my shark puzzle.
Shark puzzle.
You could get lucky.
I cast my spells. Well, I cast a spell, and I did something else too. And my turn.
This guy can't move, this guy can't move, this guy is going to attack. Alright,
Do your worst foul thing.
what's your... Have you taken any damage at all?
Me, I have 10 temporary hit points and 67 out of 67 hit points.
Okay. 20 to hit.
Oh, they've got like
20 misses.
It tries to bite you, but it bites onto your armor, and that's that. Alright. Okay, so this shark swim flies all the way around you to set up a flank. And is going to use its special feature. So you see this shark. Go ahead and make a nature check, actually. You don't know about this type of shark.
Ooh, a shark in the sky?
It's a
That
sky
sounds
shark.
like a saltwater shark.
It is going to make an attack against you here.
Probably sees things through sonar.
So it has flanking, and because of its pack tactics, it has advantage.
I could probably punch it in the snout.
If this thing hits you, you're in for some trouble, but it does not.
Does not.
Does not hit you. But this encounter is so good, and he just CC'd all my sharks.
And Fog's rolling like poop.
Alright, the big guy can't attack, and then this guy attacks. This guy is going to attempt to use its special move on Wielder.
Special move.
Wielder, have you taken any damage?
Nope.
It's an attack.
It is.
I'm going to cause him to have disadvantage with Warding Flare. I'm blinding him.
Alright.
Doesn't looks like it anyways.
It does not matter in more ways than you could possibly know.
And he has to roll really good to hit Wielder.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah, so
Venari.
roll at least a 16.
But I guess if they all have pack tactics, they get flanking and an advantage and hit more often.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys have that one covered, so I'm gonna go up here and help. I'm gonna guiding bolt
Yeah, I've got
this shark.
Okay. These sharks, as they're like flying towards you, they're like sweeping around and like trying to slap you with their tails.
We'll do this at
Leave
second
these
level.
ones to me.
Does a 17 hit it?
17 does hit.
It's 24 radiant damage. Wow, that's
This shark is bloodied, so it gets to make an attack here.
no.
However, hang on, it does not get to recharge yet, so this is just going to be a bite.
The next attack on it is advantage.
20. This 20 does not hit heroes, my friend. Alright, hero.
He's not to hit.
You block this one effortlessly here as it begins to glow with the rashes out in rage. Venari, anything you'd like to do with bonus?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any need.
Okay, Cinder.
Sorry, I didn't realize I'm muted. What's happening to big fellow over here?
This guy is terrified and is just kind of swimming, hover swimming in the air. It cannot do anything. Its speed is 0.
Put
Okay.
chains and locks on them until it takes any damage.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you. In that case, I should save a spell. And
There's also another one that's compelled to duel me until somebody else damages it.
right, yeah, that's what this anger icon is, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right. In that case, yeah. 60 need to be within 60 feet of this guy. So like here, 60. Yeah, I can make it. That's 25 feet of movement. All right. And I shift, sick, and then I move centered right there. Cool. And then I will, I guess, cast Vicious Mockery. Would it even work on this thing?
Why not?
Doesn't say anything about it. Doesn't say anything about it being intelligent or anything. You don't need to know the language, I think. If
Yeah.
the target can hear you, though, it need not understand you.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Alright. Insult the
DC.
shark to death.
DC 15, baby. Did it say half or none? Let me double check. It's DC 15 Wisdom. Oh yeah, it's failed and it takes all. Otherwise, it takes none. Okay. 7 damage.
What do you say as you kill the shark with your insult?
Maybe you'd have a better
Shark
time.
kill
Maybe you'd have a better time hitting hero if you were a hammerhead. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Clever.
Hate hammerhead sharks! Alright, Wielder, you're up.
Alright, let's hit this shark with a hammerhead at the end of my hammer. I'm so good. Resonance number 2. 30 to hit.
That hits.
So 13 damage.
Right, you destroy the shark. You just collapse it in with this hammer.
Good work, team.
All right. Let's see. What kind of? I'll start moving towards the action. And bonus action, yeah. Oh, it's dead. You've got that in a compelled duel. You definitely don't need me to deflect an attack. So, yeah. I'll just start making my way up here.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah, big guy and medium guy have taken 24 fire damage before they got CC'd.
And I'll get the defender just to dash, just in case something happens. It's gonna be here.
All right, Isaac.
Hello.
Hi.
The big one also seems easy to hit.
Yep, very easy to hit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do a sharpshooter attack on the big one.
All right.
Crit. Natural 20.
Ooh, that feat you just got is actually literally going to kick in, right?
That doesn't get doubled.
Oh,
I
plus
mean, it
2d12.
It does add plus 10 damage, but
4 plus. What about sneak attack dice? 8d6. 63 damage.
What the hell?
I critted.
It's a rogue when they crit.
All right, so this shark is bloodied, which activates it, and suddenly the shark whirs to life. So,
Activates it? Is it a robot shark?
3 things happen. First, the chains on it break. Secondly, the shark begins to glow red with anger, and it turns. When the shark is bloodied, it gains legendary actions and resistances, as well as the same thing all these sharks has. It gets to make 1 move. So it's going to attack the wielder target.
The wielder.
The defender.
The defender target.
Are these robot sharks?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
Did you say something about them activating and whirring to life?
He meant activating in like a rules is. Because it was completely comatose, right?
It was
charcoal can be activated, and charcoal isn't a robot.
Okay, it attempts to bite the defender, and the defender jumps backwards.
Okay, and then I'm probably gonna
jumps
hide,
back like if you move a rug while a cat is standing on it, they kind of jump straight up and back of it.
No, it's like that.
The defender dodges.
It's the gif of like the floating shark scaring a cat.
Did I roll the correct amount of dice for that?
Have you seen that?
I have.
Okay.
I've seen every cat gif there is on the internet.
I think that's the correct dice.
I think that
19.
86.
You actually get past all their passives, believe it or not, except the big shark.
Oh!
Who's got blind sight.
Yeah, that's the right dice, as far as I can tell.
Wait, blind sight means you can still sneak past it, no, or not?
Yeah, you still sneak.
You can still sneak. Yeah,
if it's blind sense.
It's blind sense, but blind sight.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I just remembered one of those you couldn't. I was just wondering which one it was. Cool.
Okay. As a legendary action, it's going to attempt to bite again on the defender.
No. It's just a cat.
That hits.
Just a cat.
Hey, Wielder, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the defender an ally that can see or hear and can understand me?
Hold on, let me mark off this hit points, and I will let you know.
Right, so your defender, if they can see or hear and can understand me, has 10 temporary hit points as well.
I've got to check the understand part.
Right. I'm telling you before you mark off the hit points that they might have 10 temporary hit points. Just letting you know.
They understand the languages you speak, so yes. The defender understands the languages that you speak.
Thick.
All right,
I'll
big
add
bite.
back 10 hit.
Oh, this thing is a medium creature, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, the defender is now grappled by this bite.
All right.
Okay, Hero is my friend.
Medium creature?
Yeah, so he's a creature.
It's a construct. It's a medium
Constructs are
construct.
creatures.
Doesn't actually say creature, it says ally.
It means the D&D creature definition, right? Which is like everything.
Yeah.
basically.
Is
It just means not an
I'm getting
object.
I'm getting that confused with something else then.
Yes.
I choose up to 6 allies that can see or hear and can understand me within 30 feet.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Defender is
No,
fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, Defender gets the 10 hit points.
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying
Defender's
that this is part of its bite, is it gets to grapple medium creatures.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm glad that I'm not a medium creature.
Are
Anyway.
you large?
No, I'm a medium creature.
If you were small, you
Um,
would also get grabbed. It's medium or
yeah.
smaller. So if you're
Unfortunately,
planning to
I'm
like
merely a
shrink
medium
down by taking your skin off, it will not work.
It will not work.
What
yeah.
if we're a tiny creature?
Hey, does my nature check where I rolled a 1, does that allow me to know whether these sharks are persons for the purposes of hold person?
I think you know what a shark is.
You need to hold monster.
If we can't speak on animals with it, will we then be able to hold person it because it's been elevated to personhood by being able to talk to it?
I believe that is how personification works in poetry. Yes.
Poetry.
In
Yeah,
poetry.
rip.
Wait, am I supposed to be on a horse right now? Because we're walking between places? Wow. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna attack the shark that I have compelled to duel me. I do not have Bless. And... Wait, I can do that. I forgot I could do that. Yeah. I'm also
Good
going
roll.
to use a spell on it. I don't know if it can, if I cast a spell within reach of the shark, do I take, opportunity attack?
Only if it has
Normally?
a specific feat. So no.
Oh, only with a specific. Yeah, it probably does not have spell breaker or whatever it is. I'm gonna cast a spell on it, and then I'm gonna attack it with my rapier.
All right.
So I do that, and then I'm gonna hit the buttons again. I don't think that I have advantage against them, right?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay. That is the amount of damage that I deal to them.
All right.
Is 34. And then I think my horse gets to trample them with their hooves. Is that right?
It does get an attack, yes. But before then, it is bloodied by this second attack, so it does get an attack on you.
Okay.
What's the wants to hit the horse? Is
the shark prone?
No, it's flying. 12 misses.
Oh, damn. Extra attack at 20 feet straight move. You could charging it to. That's how they do a charge in this. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, if I remembered that I was on a horse, then I probably would not have walked up to them, but also the shark probably would have walked up to me, so...
It's
Maybe the correct solution was walk away and then come back with the charge? But anyway, I don't know if a 16 hits. If it does, they take another 8 damage. 12 misses me, and then I end my turn.
Yeah, the computer that runs Bustan Faith is really poor, so it took a while to load the horse in.
I am no longer maintaining Compelled Duel.
People are going to complain a lot about the horse's loading times in the Steam reviews for this game.
Especially Pancom. Like, he took like half the campaign to load in, and then suddenly he was like a unicorn.
It's because the guy that gave us all our funding just insisted that we had the highest quality horse detail.
Yeah,
every
single strand.
Design requirement. It was a design requirement.
Paying for the horse armor, so I still loaded that at first.
Yeah, down to the testicles of the horses. It made no sense. It really did.
Alright,
Like,
it's
you had
going
to
to attempt to
render
bite
each
Hero.
individual hair.
20 is a miss.
That is a miss. I think you could have bitten the horse. It probably has less AC, but you did not try to bite the horse.
Made a poor
Alright,
decision.
so the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to drag Defender kicking and screaming over here. Then it's going to drop the Defender as to avoid the attack of opportunity. Pack tactics set in, as well as the flank. And because this thing is bloodied, it's now kicked into overdrive here.
Who's it attacking?
It's attacking Hero.
Why have you done this to me?
Disadvantage. Oh, I wanted to say disadvantage. That's why I asked who is it attacking. Because I
Well-
can give it deflect attack.
Well, it would have done this.
I mean, it's still gonna hit, but
It's still gonna hit with a
Yeah,
23.
but it's not gonna be.
okay.
It would have done
I was going
this, but instead does 28.
28 damage. 28 damage has been sustained. Is that piercing damage? Crushing?
Yeah, this is piercing. It's biting.
I feel
It's
like
biting
biting is
down.
probably crushing.
I mean, it could be, but it's piercing in this case
Wow.
because it's got sharp teeth. You know what a group of sharks is called, everybody?
Blood.
It's called a shiver.
Oh,
Actually, that's pretty cool.
that explains a lot.
Yeah, it's very important to the Bustan lore that you know this. All right, Vonar, you're up. Top of the morning.
Top of the
Okay.
morning, top of the 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 morning.
Oh, you're also allowed to call a group of sharks a gam, herd, frenzy, or school.
I'm gonna
People are gamma
go the
sharks.
big ass shark again. At second
ass
level.
shark.
That is considerably less damage than I would like. That is a
But it
lot of
is a
fucking
hit.
ones.
Uh-oh.
The next attack on it will have advantage.
This
Ooh.
shark uses legendary action once again to attack hero.
No, no, not like this.
Not like this.
I hope you
my
regret your
feeling now.
choices. I had a solution for this situation and you ruined it.
It's legendary actions it can do regardless. Nothing I did affected that.
Yeah.
Well, problem is that it was locked up for a minute without any saves. And
Oh
then
well, that
stopped
wasn't my
happening.
fault. So.
Hey, I'm not saying
It
it's your
wasn't
fault.
me.
I'm just saying someone did it.
It was technically my
Someone did.
fault,
I know it was technically your fault.
but I did do a lot of damage.
22 damage.
22.
But you said you were gonna shoot it. I thought you were like proccing your assassin ability or something. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably gonna die. But then it didn't die, and instead it got
I need to move
stronger.
10 feet closer.
Yeah, I expected it to die too when I did like 80 billion damage to it.
I mean, you did like take over half its health in a single hit. The shark was definitely not ready for that.
Hero is bloodied and is definitely going to have some strong words with Isaac after this.
Don't worry.
Is one of them going to be fucked? Because you can't say that on the kids show.
You
Oh.
can't.
This is a
I'll
kid's
try and
show?
telekinetically pull it.
No, it's not.
5
That's
feet
why I just
toward
said
me.
it. The shark, like the giant one,
Yeah,
or
the
the
big
smaller
one.
one.
Let's see what its strength save is.
All right.
I was gonna
My
say
connection
tease.
is
On
Tease.
strength save, huh?
I have to refresh. Hold on.
That's a 27 on this strength save.
Yeah, he definitely does not get moved by me.
All right.
Man, it sure is
So-
cool that we're seeing this thing with strength saves instead of
It's
wisdom
time.
saves.
It's
It's
time
not
for
a
the.
CC. I just wanted to see how strong it was.
It's time for the most OP class, and they need to nerf it, bro. They need to nerf. I'm just kidding. All right,
The
I'm
shark
gonna
class.
the shark class. All right, I'm gonna. Cinder's gonna step up. Cinder's gonna start doing a little dance or a little sing. And as a bonus action, I spend 1 use of my bardic inspiration to grant 8 temporary HP to up to 3 creatures I can see and can see within 60 feet. Each creature can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. I will do that on hero, the horse, and defender.
Nice.
I think defender's grappled. I don't know if at least he'll get temp
No,
HP. I don't
the
know if-
shark
No,
dropped
it's been
it.
dropped.
Oh, okay, well there you go. Top of the morning.
But that temp HP is nice.
Temp
Is it
HP, but
shark
also
or
free
grappling
60
cow?
feet. You could just do 60 feet of movement without even provoking, I think. Now.
Yeah, it's grappling Cal, but the movement then allows you to break the grapple instantly.
Wait, Cal is here?
Or not Cal, hero.
Hero, you guys can move. You guys have freedom of movement.
Oh, freedom of movement.
Hero
That's what I
for a
call-
second turns into Cal Severe, surprising everyone.
That's what I call this bonus action. That's my headcanon term. You have freedom of movement at 8 temp HP.
Wait, Fate is here? I think I don't really have control over my token, so I'm just gonna take this 60 feet of movement that the horse gets, and then assume that the token gets moved with me.
Wait, hold on.
What's up?
Now you got the horse.
So let's see. Roughly to this
I'll
stump.
just let them move first before I do my action.
I'm just trying to decide where I'm gonna go. Probably
Take your
back
time, no
here.
rush. Take your time.
That was here. Their name
No,
actually
here.
just is horse, so I'm gonna remove that.
Oops.
All right. Cinder's gonna put one finger on her temple, another hand pointed up at the shark. She's gonna like be focused. She's gonna be thinking very, very hard. And I'm gonna cast Rolothim's Psychic Lance on the shark. They take, let's see, you unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature you can see within range. Blah 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 blah. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 76 psychic damage and is incapacitated. Successful is just half.
All right, you ready to see the worst modifier in D&D?
Yeah.
Maybe like -5 or.
I mean, it
Yo.
could be
-4.
This is the lowest, I think that's the lowest roll we've ever
Incapacitates?
seen.
Incapacitates is a crazy effect.
Yes, until the start of its next turn. I know I saw this and I was like, dude, I saw this and I was like, God damn. A, intelligence saving throw. I have nothing like that. B, Bard is all like status effects. This also does damage. It's not just a status effect. Oh, this is sick. Anyways, it takes this much psychic damage, psyker damage, as some people would say.
Oh, there's still 2 alive, aren't
Cinder
there?
and Zell? Do you want to describe this one, or should I?
Yes, its head immediately just explodes. Wherever its brain is, it just pops. That's how much psychic, like, just energy is just being like shot right into its brain.
It had 28 HP.
Oh,
I didn't know that sharks had blowholes like whales. I also didn't
This
know
one
that.
does.
That's
Well, I
the thing
guess-
about whales, by the way, is they explode whale corpses.
I guess in theory, if you think about it, if it's a shark that's flying, it has to have a blowhole, right? How else is it breathing?
This reminds me
Probably
of that
magic was
broken-
what I assumed.
True.
What about the other 2? Are they running away? Actually, there's 3 of them.
No, they're still hypnotic pattern. I haven't broke my concentration.
So Wielder, you're up on if you want to do this, but as soon as like the leader of the shiver dies, the other shark that is not hypnotized just wants to get out of here.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, we got
Do you
shark
want to
meat
keep
if you
chasing
kill it.
these down?
Nah.
I'm gonna
I
cast
mean,
speak with animal.
Isaac literally just took sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. That's a good
Ooh.
feat.
I did take that feat. Can I cast
Okay.
speak on animal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we
Oh, you
killed the
have
leader
that?
of your pack. Now we're the leader of your pack. Stop running.
Oh, the ring. Yeah, the ring. I forgot about the ring. That's a good thing.
I'm gonna try to convince them that we're their leader now.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage here.
17.
Ooh.
The other ones are hypnotized, but this shark decides that it will follow you around now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try it again. Try it again, Isaac. I'm gonna drop the hypnotic inspiration. Try it again, Isaac.
The second
Okay.
you drop it, the other ones fly away.
Oh, rip.
They double move out.
Do I get a chance to shout at them?
They don't. They just run. But you now
gotta-
have this shark.
Yo, we got a
Okay.
pet shark.
What do you
You're
wanna name
responsible
it?
for walking it twice a day. Okay.
Yo, we could add a pet. We could add a pet golden rabbit as well, guys.
Isaac is just slowly turning into a pet class somehow.
I'm gonna ask it what its name is.
I use Divine Sense. I can sense things affected by Hallow. I know the location of celestials, fiends, and undead within 60 feet.
Hunter!
Anta. That's a good name.
Hunter!
Hunter. That's also a good name. Well, Hunter, it's good to have you on board. We are hunting satyr flesh right now. We know there's a satyr in that big tower. We figure we can just fly up and eat him.
Apology transforms into a human.
um,
Good work.
sorry, you're not a. Well, never mind.
Is Hunter a fiend or undead? Or
No, it's
celestial?
just a normal shark.
Just a normal shark that can fly.
Oh, there's 3 of us that can sense blood. Feels good.
Where's this? When I
Wait, yo.
feel
Are sharks
True.
the preferred pet for vampires in Bustan? Because they're both bloodsuckers. Wait, leeches maybe?
Hero is no longer bloodied.
I advise
This
you
is-
not to ask Apology that.
This is a microaggression.
I mean, I'm part shark. It's not a micro.
Can we try to collect the sheep or shark meat?
Yeah, you can collect the shark meat. Go ahead and make a survival check.
25.
All right,
You
you
are-
are able to get 3 days worth of rations off of these sharks.
Shark ration.
Well, you make the best shark cuisine on the planet. That roll.
Hunter is
I'll add
visibly
those to
disturbed
the
by this.
saddlebags.
How long does
Um,
temporary hit points last?
Until you use them up or you get new ones, I think.
For the sake of balance, I will be doing the thing where I nerf the thing when it joins your team, just slightly. Just slightly.
Well, if you want to do anything, you have to do animal handling checks, so. Not a class feature.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
you don't
boosting on the
control.
world.
Okay, I'll... 1 second. Let's take a 10-minute break here, and by the time it's done, I will have converted this into a D&D Beyond format instead of just writing it out on literally a napkin. Literally a napkin.
Hooray!
I desire a photo and faith images of the shark napkin.
I'll be back. Before
It
10
just
minutes.
says, "What if shark fly?"
That's the proper
then-
kind of D&D notes.
I'll be back.
No, it
No.
literally just says, "Bloodied equals reaction attack."
Oh, nice.
It's really
Oh, so when you said they didn't have saves, they literally didn't have saves.
Yeah, they don't have any bonuses to saves. I just took the hunter shark stat block and rolled really well for the health on this one. So I'm like undoing the rolling well for health because I rolled. This thing had 63 HP. It does 60, 10 plus 12. That's like a really good roll. So I'm just going back to like the natural one. But yeah, it has. Welcome back.
Is everyone back?
The break
No.
is not even started. Or it is started. I return.
Welcome back. I've realized if I make a homebrew Steel Defender just by copying the existing one, I can change it to have the correct values. To actually use the real ones, not the last UA ones.
Yeah, you may as well just, because they're never gonna fucking change it.
Yeah, it's been a year. It's been over a year. And it's only like minor things. Like it's mainly athletics and perception. And the definitions for force empowered rend.
Oh, I've been muted for a long time, huh?
Yep.
I was just saying, I'm hoping that I actually finish Endwalker this weekend. It's starting to look like I might not.
I mean, do
That's-
you really need to sprint to the end of it?
Yes, normal raids open on the 20th. I'll have to be done with it by the 20th at the latest. I want to like gear up so I can actually be ready for that. I'm trying to like avoid spoilers too because everyone got ahead of me while I was asleep. I played 19 and a half hours in a row and then I went to sleep and now people are like way ahead of me.
I wish I went to sleep and then people were way ahead of me.
Why would you
Hunter
want
Sky
that?
Shark.
Kind of bullshit, honestly. I want to be ahead of people because every person I'm ahead of is a person that can't spoil me by accident.
Anyway, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello, Cal. It's good
A
to see
couple
you.
more minutes.
I'm gonna make some coffee. That's gonna be tasty.
The wildest thing in the new expansion is when Sephiroth kills Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. I was like, what?
This is why I wanted to already be done because I didn't want those spoilers about Sephiroth.
Wait, why did I define the hooves as 1d8 plus 4? It's 2d6 plus 4. Unless I'm looking at the wrong warhorse?
Maybe.
I feel like it just says... Find stage just says...
You wanted the boar horse, not the war horse. The boar
It just
horse is
says
those who
war
pierce the
horse.
heavens.
It's an intelligence 6 warhorse. Okay, well I'm gonna go fix this mic. This macro.
World of Warhorse.
Good.
I would play World of Warhorse.
Didn't change. What the hell?
It didn't change. So I can only
That's
choose
really
6
cool.
allies, including myself. So that used to be the defender excluding the horse, and now it might be the defender excluding the horse and hunter.
Wow. You're not letting my shitty pet shark have extra hit points?
I mean, I fully expect that shark to just flee at the first fucking.
Yeah.
Rabbit did, but the shark is less cowardly than the rabbit. I respect Hunter.
I'm glad that you respect hunter.
I mean, it's
Anyway,
just animal
everybody else
instinct to
get
survive.
It's very hard to make a voice for sharks because sharks famously don't make sounds.
Just take a voice
Sound.
from Street.
Thing.
You remember Street Sharks?
Well, they do sonar. You can just make clicking noises.
Street Sharks rule.
Very, very famously make the da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
Street
They make that
Sharks
sound.
was like a. Street Sharks was like
What
a
about the sharks from Finding
Teenage
Nemo?
Mutant Ninja Turtles ripoff. Street Sharks rule.
You've got to understand, I'm a zoomer. Like, I know Minecraft YouTubers, I know 100 Gex, I know TikTok. I don't know about street sharks.
How'd they make 100 of them
This-
anyways?
Well, guess what? They're actually on 10,000 now. They're working on 10,000.
It's from 1994.
Oh, that's the year I was born.
I was not alive back then.
It was 2.
Here we go. I'm posting the theme song in the chat.
I cannot click on that.
I don't want to click on that because it'll spoil Street Sharks for me.
Okay, most sharks don't make noises, but some of them bark.
I mean, look how
Really?
fucking 90s the show is. Look how fucking 90s
From the
show
thumbnail
is.
alone, it's very, very 90s.
This
What do you
looks
think
like
Battle Bark?
Battletoads. Does it look like Battletoads?
No, Battletoads looks like Street Sharks.
Battletoads. Battletoads.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Predates.
Oh, you don't. The Battletoads?
Battletoads came in 1991.
Get wrecked.
Well, yeah, but Street Sharks had been in development since 1990.
Oh, so they were heavily influenced by Battletoads during the critical stages of development.
I wish
Yeah.
I had
I
been
think
in
Blix
No,
is
development since
implying that the
1990.
Battletoads developers had corporate espionage in order to break into the Street Shark studio.
Exactly. Oh man, that shark had rollerblades. Oh shit, this is so 90s.
None of these sharks.
That
have
reminds me of the
rollerblades.
Mighty Ducks, who also had rollerblades.
Oh my god, and at the end there's a shark playing the drums.
This
Oh,
boomer
sharks don't have-
content is brought to you by our sponsor. All right,
Apparently,
I
geez.
had a toy of the Hammerhead one. It was like a rubber puppet thing that really hurt when you would bite down onto people with it.
I mean, while you're at it, look at Mighty Ducks, who are
all right.
ducks that play
Kind of
hockey,
hit
but
me.
also rollerblade and also
Yeah,
save the
but-
world.
Like the Mighty Ducks were heavily influenced by Street Sharks.
Uh-huh.
How howky.
Oh, yeah,
Would
let's
you
just
like
play
to do the
D&D, huh?
howky?
Okay.
All right. Howky. All right, everyone. It is time to play the D&D game using the new rules that I've created, which involves rolling a 2d10, minus 2 in this case.
Can I do it? I haven't done that yet this session.
All right.
Hooray.
Go for it.
I'm hoping for a good roll.
I'm hoping for a
Unrecognized
-2,
content.
personally.
The best roll is
9. Perfect square.
9. We can't do that here.
Is there an imperfect
unfortunately.
square?
We can't do that as we've actually already done this. So please roll again.
Right, yes. 9 is a perfect square, Matt.
Yeah.
13.
But I'm saying, is there an imperfect square?
Yeah,
Okay.
like 8 or 7 or like 7.5.
Oh,
Like
I
they're
see.
all
nice.
squares of some number, but not an
But not a
integer.
natural number.
Yeah.
This one is particularly interesting in this spot. And when I say particularly interesting, I mean hecka.
Ooh.
Is this on the
That
way
word.
to Whiteleaf Grove?
This is in the Whiteleaf Grove.
Ah,
That's why it's interesting. And you found the weirdest one in the table. So one moment here.
So we probably long rested at some point then.
I'd
no.
imagine yes.
Oh, did we?
All right.
We found a
imagine.
safe spot? Okay.
Like after the
Well,
shark thing.
we went over 2 tiles, didn't we?
Yeah, you fought the sharks, and then that's the end of it.
Okay, I thought we had to find like a specific safe place too.
In this case, you are not in danger because you've defeated the danger.
Ah, I see.
I am the danger.
We are the danger.
Long rest
How do-
kit.
Had you have avoided these things, you would have ran into trouble. So, I don't have the perfect tokens for these. Okay, so you're just going to have to use the power of your imagination when you look at these tokens. And
Imagination.
I'm imagining so hard I'm not even looking at the tokens.
oh, that's really good imagination.
Don't forget to add your temp HP.
You get 10
Mine-
temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, it goes away when you long rest for some reason. Is that intentional?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You lose it when you long rest.
Oh, but you're doing another motivational speech to keep us going.
Yeah, I don't see where this description says that you lose your temp HP, but I believe you and I don't care to argue about it.
Well, that's what the sheet did automatically when it had long rest.
Yeah. No, I understand you and I saw it happen myself. But yeah, you get 10 temporary hit points. And if we short rest,
Temporary
we
hit
can
points.
get those again.
Double checking my notes here.
Sorry, we just long rested, right? Or
Long rest. That's what I'm told. Hopefully it's
Okay.
true because I hit the button already.
Yep, it's
Alright.
true.
Based and long rest.
Because you finished the sharks, there's no sharks to attack you at night.
Okay.
Ah, here we go.
Perhaps this will. This looks bad, but it's the best that I can do. So we're just
Fire.
going to have to use your imagination as we encounter this beautiful little scene here.
We've all seen the games that the Seth guy reviews.
Okay.
It's fun.
So, as you make your way to the grove here, you begin to see some of the trees are exhibiting properties of the same white leaves that you've seen before. And let me just do a quick little scene transition. A herd of mammoths is currently drinking from the spring of water here. The mammoths notice you, but they are not attacking. The largest of which, however, kind of looks at you and gives like a vaguely threatening look at the horse and the shark.
I approach slowly.
Don't approach. We have
Make
no
an
reason
animal
to...
handling check.
Okay, I just want to get within 30 feet. I don't want to get any closer than that. 6.
The mammoth stops and steps forward and stamps its feet on the ground. The smaller mammoths kind of look up.
Oh, I cast Animal Friendship. Sorry. Did other people want to do things before I do a second thing?
I was just gonna speak to them, but if you want to do that, you can.
Okay, so it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I don't think it has the most wisdom.
You're rolling that total.
13.
Okay, good.
It looks like it's DC 13. I'm looking at the ring. Ring. Yeah, DC 13. Okay, it is not convinced that we mean it no harm.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
If I could find Steed to find Isaac as my steed, then I could ride Isaac and then Misty Step to get 30 feet with Isaac.
Please do not ride Isaac in this family-friendly D&D show.
Excuse me,
So
Mammoth.
elephants don't have a wisdom score that's higher than 10. Oh, they're super wise.
Elephants are wise.
Yeah, I mean... Okay, so you speak with the mammoth, and the mammoth, like, turns towards you. Yes.
We come in peace. Can I roll a performance to try to calm it down? Like, do a calming singing song?
Go ahead.
Oh, sick. Okay, I can. Alright. Oof.
The other mammoths are, like, jamming to the tune. You see the largest of the mammoths pauses, and it just snorts and kind of sprays like all over Isaac here.
Oh no!
Good music.
What is it that us as a party wanted here, guys? I'm gonna speak in like common, or I guess it could still hear me.
We want the white
leaves.
plants.
Can we just have some white plants? We're not gonna take all of them, and then we'll be out of your hair. We come in peace. If there's anything that's bothering you, maybe we can help you.
We have seen your kind before. You attempt to hunt us.
I promise you, I assure you, I do not attempt to hunt. I actually quite like animals. I've only been eating meat recently because it's hard to get food otherwise.
This is the best water in the world.
Well,
this is our water now. We have taken this water.
wait, is this the white water? Oh, shit. I see. Okay, I see. That's starting to click. Sorry, it took me a while. I just realized this is the white stuff. Okay, you can keep the water. We just want some of the plants. We think the plants
We
can make...
want some water too, but we can just
We
wait
I
eat
till
want
they're
some
done.
of the water.
Wait, don't we think the plants create the water? Is that the idea here? You think the plants create the water? Or they perpetuate white stuff? We can use it again? Is that the
Well,
plan?
we want
I'm just
both in theory, because like we can fill a water skin with the water.
We don't know. We need to like look at it and figure it out.
I feel like we should negotiate with them, saying that we consume much less water than they, even if we carry all that we can.
I mean, they can drink their fill, they're gonna leave, and then we can do our thing.
Yeah, we could just tell them we'll wait for them to be done.
Yeah, we can. If you guys need to graze or anything, we'll wait. We'll let you drink first, and we'll take what's left. We only want to take a little bit. We just want to fill one of these, and I'm gonna whip out my water skin. We just want to fill this, which is nothing. It's like one sip for you.
Make a persuasion check.
Right. Surely, I think you'd understand, especially after the bonding we did over the singing.
Flash of genius to that. So 18.
With a flash of genius, the mammoth pauses and then says, "Very well." 20 minutes later, after they finish eating, the mammoths begin to stomp through the jungle, following after the leader of their herd. The mammoths are in this area now, so you will be able to have access to these mammoths if you want. They're in this general grove, and they'll be here for the rest of the game.
Cinder's gonna turn around and say, "I don't know what you guys want with the white stuff, but have at thee." And then she's gonna spend like the rest of the time collecting white stuff, hanging with the mammoths.
How clean is this water? This white water?
Very.
Is it the same as what I've
Very?
already got in my water skin?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna refill it then.
Right.
I would like to dig through the soil and determine whether the white stuff is a nutrient that the plants are sucking up and then displaying their leaves, or if it's not there and therefore the plants are synthesizing it.
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Nature.
Got 4 pints of it.
20.
I think it's rolling hot. Isaac, you determined that this is not like from the water. The plants are creating this. And over time, it has resulted in the water. Tainted isn't really the word, but the water is in fact contaminated.
That's right.
But in like the best way possible here. It's like mineral water, but the mineral is hope meat.
And it's not in the ground. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
it's
definitely
not
need
in the
something-
ground.
Can I identify like the species that produce the most of it per size of plant?
I mean, it's very obviously like these plums here that you see.
Oh, we already have cuttings of this.
Right.
Wait, do we? I think maybe we do. I gotta check my inventory because I get put all my seeds in there. Oh yeah, clipping your fruit from a hope meat tree. What other kinds of plants are there that create hope meat, or is it only the trees?
It's primarily the trees. However, there are also ferns, and you can see like one particularly large leafy plant as well. You get the sense that over time that the proliferation of these plants in the water has caused the water to change the plants as well. So this area is starting to radiate in sort of like a positive feedback cycle.
So
I'm
we
gonna
could, in
fill
theory,
up-
do the same in Slaypool and create our own, biome of this.
Plant it in one of the parks and hire a druid or something to spread it as much as they can.
Yeah, plant it in as many places as we could.
Listen, I was planning to kind of. I guess this is the goodest time I need to ask this. I was planning to sort of disappear after all of this. Like leave this place, say Isaac is dead, abandon my apartment, abandon all my previous identities. I suppose with my new thing I could take up like a sort of vagrant thing where I go to all the places in Slaypool where trees can live and spend a day at each one.
I mean, that could work. Spread it as far as possible.
But it's yeah. I wonder what happens if you spread it in Shade Pool.
Oh, let's figure that out. I'm gonna take a few extra plums and we can throw them off the side next time we're at the edge.
Well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but
Yeah, I'll gather as many fruit as we can carry. I will fill up the saddlebags with the fruit.
All right.
Actually, what do I get a sense of what is the most efficient material to collect?
Almost certainly it's going to be these plums.
Okay.
Will they go bad?
I
though?
want. What was that?
Will they go bad?
You're a cleric. You can cast Purify Food and Drink.
Yeah, I could prepare it.
So we don't care if the plums go bad or not.
Is it considered
gonna-
food before it's prepared as food?
You can eat it.
You can eat it. Does that
Oh, it's a
make
ritual
it
too,
food?
so I don't have to use a spell slot.
Yes, plums are food. If plums weren't food, then prunes wouldn't be food because you make food by adding to things, and prunes are plums without water. So prunes can only be food if plums already were food.
Pog, will I be able to find? Hold on, where'd the saddlebags go? To find 36 pounds of fruit.
Probably, actually, yes.
Okay.
Like, you can find copious. Wheat isn't food? Tell that to me, eating wheat. I got a wheat field. Raw processing, baby.
I would also call wheat food.
Do you even
honestly.
thresh it?
No, I just eat it off the plant.
I could move this to.
It's like, it's fresh. I don't thresh, I eat fresh, you know what I mean?
You must have good teeth.
I do. My teeth are an Anthony Fantano.
I wish I had Bog's teeth.
That's kind of creepy. Are you the tooth fairy?
As you guys are collecting fruits, filling up your canteen with water, suddenly you feel a surge of magic and the light dims as if the sun itself was stopping. What do you
Oh.
do?
Are we destroying the grove by taking the fruit?
No, this is not destructive.
A purified food and drink doesn't. It gets rid of poison and disease. It doesn't stop it from rotting.
We said as if the sun is going out, but it's not actually.
Right, it's just like the light is stopping.
Would I
Is
be
it
able to
defined
get like?
radius, or is it kind of like blurry at the edges?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Is it a defined radius of where one place is dark and then you take a step over and it's light, or is it like blurry? Does it slowly get brighter at the edges?
No, it's not like anything's covering it. It's just like the light of the sun is turning down, like someone has a dimmer on the sun.
I mean, if I back out of the grove, it stays that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's probably Jockey Walkie coming for a visit. I'm gonna hide under a tree so that Jock Rob can't see me from
And
the
you
sun.
see a giant depiction of Jock Rob begins to appear as things get darker.
Nobody's
God
replied to
damn.
him.
I do hide under a tree. Well, he doesn't know where we are. He can see the whole everything. So just
But
don't
I'm saying if you don't reply to him, he can't teleport to it.
Sitter's gonna keep vibing with the mammoths.
I'll follow Venari.
Oh, hello everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you. And to those of you that I'm familiar with, hello as well. Now I have a question to ask all of you, and I'm not going to try to make a deal. I know that you're smarter than that. But, do you have anyone that you value in the real world? Like, for instance, a Mr. Sovereign. Sovereign is going to be dead tomorrow, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Based.
Do any of you react?
This sovereign individual has spoken to me recently.
Uh-oh.
Do you say this out loud?
Uh-oh.
Why?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I say it out loud.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I'm hiding
know.
under a tree.
Oh,
You
I
can
don't know
Hero
what this
is a hero is going to become a hero was a hero.
I don't know what this means.
Or hero was our friend instead of hero
What's
is our
going to
friend.
happen? I'm scared. But
One
Hero's my
moment.
friend. I don't want Hero to be in danger. Hero's my friend.
I mean, I say it out loud. The idea that I have for what Hero is saying is not that they mean it literally, but you know.
All I know is that Venari said don't respond to Jockey. I don't know why. So I
Because
could
we were
easily-
told that if you reply to Jockrab, he can immediately teleport to you.
Think I'm scared of Jockra, bro?
Yes.
actually
I thought that he
even-
already was physically here. There's a big token of Jockrop. So
no,
I thought...
this is a spectral image in the
Oh.
sky.
Oh, I see. Okay. Then since Jockrab is not like blue and translucent as a token, I got confused.
In fact, I think
yeah,
it
I don't
was
respond to him.
Hero and the villagers that were told us specifically that.
Yeah.
So-
So I'll give you one chance to turn back if you want, but if you want to keep going with that, we can play out the scene. as
No,
you
I
see
don't
fit.
respond. I don't say anything.
Come on,
Or you
think I'm
say that
scared
in
of
your
Jockra.
head.
Yeah, I say it in my head.
It's a thing called Project Faith. Have you heard of it? No response? Project Faith. It's a little bit of an interesting thing. I've been talking to your friends about it, who, by the way, are in jail. Your friends are imprisoned, and there's nothing you can do to get them out.
Then someone speaks up and says, what, they got rid of one of the towers. What are you talking about?
So, Project Faith, or as it is called in more specific terms, the force antagonist integration of theocratic hegemony. You see, Project Faith is a very simple goal: to use us, and I don't dislike being used, but your friend Fate, you know, the Sky Pope, is going to use us and this whole realm here that we like to call Shadepool in order to gain control of the entire conclave, literally controlling the deities. Isn't that fun? And you've advanced it. There's nothing you can do unless you join me. I don't want the gods to be in Fate's hands either. And you all seem pretty competent. Wouldn't you like to team up? We could even fight back. Or we could keep going as enemies. Sovereign is going to be dead tomorrow. I have that on good authority. And we are headed out to kill the Sea Royalty. Upon which, there will be no governance in our society. This will cause Capcree, the Conclave, all of these entities to engage in a power struggle that will engulf the city in warfare and violence. No response? You're very disciplined.
Oh, can I wander off like a couple hundred feet? Moving pretty quickly, but I'm trying not to draw attention from
Just
this guy.
clown on him, bro. Just do shit. Just act like he's not even there. Just clown on him, bro. This is a
No,
perfect.
sorry, I'm gonna do something, and I don't want to lead him to you, but I have my amulet of non-detection and proof against
Okay.
location,
Alright, go
so I
for
can
it,
say
brother.
things to him, and he can't teleport to me because he can't tell where I am.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah,
A
I'm gonna
risky
wait until he
thing.
finishes his speech to actually do anything. Though I'm just getting away from them for now.
Things are going to get worse, and a lot worse, and a lot worse. And you, with your idealistic belief that you can find a perfect ending, you know, they say perfect is often the enemy of good. I am the only one that understands the reality of this situation. I know all the pieces, and I have a plan to deal with them. And still, you do nothing. Do you not understand that fighting me is the worst possible thing you can do? If I die, or if you die, if any of us die, then the degradation of Project Faith, the miniature apotheosis that we create every time one of us aspects fights, you see that giant hand in Slaypool? Do you think that just happens? Do you know what happens when 3 aspects fight and die and transfer over their aspect? That's the point when Shadepool materializes in the material plane. That's what she wants. Sylvania, that's what Fate wants too. Both of them. Both of these puppet masters that wish to destroy our world, and you want to help that. You want to help that? And still, you say nothing. Do you know how evil this is to me? To me? But whatever. What do I know? I'm just the only one trying to prevent this. You can continue fighting the aspects as you always have. But I have a team of my own, Coral and Haruka. And I think that they would do a lot better with your aspects. If you won't help me, then I'll take my own aspects. Maybe I'm not the best combatant, but they certainly are. And then, when I have 3 aspects under my control, just maybe we can fight Nula. You know what Nula wants to do? Once Shadepool intersects the material plane, he wants to go around judging evil and killing it where they stand. Have you seen the way he decides who's evil? The man is a lunatic! And still, you say nothing. Isaac, you wanted to do something.
Yes. We saw a vision when we walked into the first tower that included Jakrub's parents.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to change into Jakrub's dad.
Oh,
My face pale and white as a sheet, as if I were a ghost or something. And I'll wander into a clearing and look up at the sky. I'll say, "Are you sure you're doing the right thing, son?"
Just to clarify, I will give you a history check because this
Okay.
is relevant to your character and you might figure something out.
14.
With a 14, that's
Dast.
enough.
Ooh,
You are impersonating Dast.
yeah,
Oh,
Dast.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot that he was Das. I remember I came up with this like after we saw his dad, and then we found out his dad was Das, and I forgot to update the plan.
I mean, it's fine. What's the worst thing that'll happen? You're
That's
impersonating
fine.
Dast.
You say this, and Jakrub immediately whips his head around and turns to you, and then it's like suddenly he can see. Dast, what are you doing here?
There's
You are
more
not
than-
my father. You are a person who adopted me and sold me out to my real mother, Sylvania.
I regret that every day, Jakob. Look what you've grown up to be. I'm
Do you
so
also regret
disappointed.
what you've done with Nelfrey? Does he mean anything to you?
Nelfar is far stronger than you ever turned out to be.
That may very well be true. You know, I really do love Nelfrey.
He has convictions, Jakob.
Did you hear? He's become friends with the Rising. The people that are now trapped in here. How did you even get here, Dast?
You know that I go where I please, Jakob. You know I'm far more powerful than your petty hold over this sanctum.
Well, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Do we
So,
hear?
I said, can I roll insight?
Okay. Shit.
You believe Jakrub completely.
Do we hear
and-
both sides of the conversation? We wouldn't, right?
Yeah, Isaac is far away.
Mm.
Jakrub turns
Never mind.
and he begins pacing back and forth in this holograph that appears in the sky. You know, Dast, I heard from a little bird that your little cat friend has just gotten out of prison.
Yes, I heard.
See, you've heard. You're nonchalant about Xenos getting out? Isn't he, like, fundamentally opposed to everything that you stand for?
That makes him an entertaining opponent, Jakrub. What you lack more than anything else is conviction. You set up this prison, but you're unsure what to do with it. You say you want to oppose faith, but your actions don't do anything in that direction. I would have raised someone who would have decided what they wanted and gone for it full throat. And you...
Dast,
figure out
please,
what you
look
want.
around. Do you see this beautiful little grove that I've been tending to? Do you
I
want
see
to...
it.
Yeah. I understand fully that the material plane and Shade Pool will eventually intersect, and it may happen with my death. If that is the case, if I end up buying it to the Rising, which is unlikely, by the way, but if I end up dying to the Rising, then all of these beautiful little trees will proliferate in the material plane, and maybe, just maybe, I could save every living being. But you don't care about that, do you, Dest?
Hedging
No.
your bets, filling this plane with your enemies, failing to convince anyone of anything, getting places with torture and not by convincing people that you're right. You're right. I'm not very interested in this at all.
You could be correct, and maybe I'm just too twisted from spending so much time with dear mother. But look at you, Dest, fighting endless war and war with Asmela. Is ending all magic in the world really that important?
It is to me. I've chosen my path. I'll walk down it. I will not be turned aside, and I will not be convinced.
I understand. And I understand that I don't matter to you as a son. That you would see me expunged from the material plane so you can go back to your perfect realm. But you know, I've met plenty of beautiful things that come from outside of this material plane. I've seen Warforged. Garzik, you may not know him, but he's the closest thing to a friend that I've had in this world, and I miss him every day so much.
I would value you as a son, Jakrub, if you had the gumption to make up your mind about anything. You can't even make up your mind whether you want to be my son or if you want to oppose me.
How am I supposed to make up my mind when every person that I've met tries to use me? And I have on my shoulders the weight of the entire world. I am but one man, Dest.
And so am I. And look where I am.
You are not a man, you are a demigod. You've lived thousands of lives. How many children have you sired just to throw them away when they disappoint you or bore you? Is this just a game to you?
Sometimes it's a game. Sometimes my greatest works, like you, are not games, and that makes it all the more disappointing when you turn out this way. And then I turn and walk into the trees. And hopefully out of his sight.
He
Making
stops
face
looking.
first into a tree.
And he turns to like the grove. He's not looking at any particular person. And he looks down. I'm sorry you had to hear that, The Rising. I've tried very hard to put on a show of being this lovable little oaf to you. But I've had a lot of problems. A lot. And there's a lot on my plate. And I hope you can tell that I'm being sincere when I say I don't know if anyone else in the world has as good a shot as I at saving it. And I pray that you come to agree. If we fight each other, we're just playing into their hands. It's time we rise up. And he reaches out his hand. And he pauses. And yet, you say nothing.
I'm surprised you didn't make him do any deception checks for that.
I think Jakrub's too stupid to roll insight.
Very hot-headed, very...
So the
Mhm.
thing, I was using passive deception in this case here. And Isaac has a +9 to passive to deception, so that's a 19 passive deception.
Jogrub's scary, guys. Like, we don't know when he's lying and when he is, and he sells both stories like equally as well. It's scary.
But yeah, that's kind of.
That's what I was trying to get him to do, is get him to like stick to one side. By,
The
like,
thing is,
saying-
he might have been smart enough to realize this was like a fake DAS, and he might have just been fucking with all of us.
Yeah, no, he said a lot of things that really track, like Das wanting to delete all magic for some reason.
So, what do you do?
That was terrifying. He is definitely thinks he's doing the right thing. Some twisted way. And maybe he's even right, but
I don't think he's doing the right thing. I think he's like playing every side at once and then like invented a few extra sides to also play.
likely.
I'm honestly not afraid of Chakra at all. Especially after I found out he has daddy issues.
Then again, look at his parents. They're not. If he gets even a fraction of their abilities, he is scary.
Apology pops out. I don't understand in the slightest. What?
Yeah, your deity seems to not be so nice. Beyond,
by the way, that was a
volcano sacrifice thing.
I guess
no,
important context is that I was like pretending to be doused there and just like yelling at him. So I hope just half the conversation was informative.
So we don't have to worry about Das actually being here?
Yeah. And I'll relay the whole conversation to them so that they all know all the things I just said.
Apology is just like quietly looking, just staring at Isaac the entire time.
Oh, sorry. I realize that. Is that like heresy to you?
Yes, but it's fine.
Oh, good. Because I forgot you might stab me for that.
That's not the Asnan way. We don't use violence unless necessary. I don't understand. Dast always believed that we should integrate ourselves with the new people, that we should come to learn the differences between us and find strength in these differences. And Sylvania always preached that through time and love she wouldn't. None of this makes any sense.
I mean, did Dast always want to destroy all magic?
Dast loved magic. It was his most beloved thing. He would study it and try to advance it.
So
But he would
either
tell us.
he's lying and that's not true, or hell of a lot of time has passed and they have changed. Whether by themselves or they were influenced by something less savory.
Apology
Or they
runs up to you,
come-
Vonari, and she takes your hands in hers, and she stares into your eyes. You must take me to see Sylvania. I must find out what she's done, what's happened to her. This is not my mother.
Can I don't think I'll get anything, but can I insight this? Just
Yeah.
to-
Also like
I believe it, but
is she acting is more the thing.
yeah.
Go ahead, Wielder.
Like I'm trying to look like if she's trying to meet up so they can do something. I mean, we were already doing that.
Can I as well?
I'm not going to use Flash of
Go ahead,
Genius.
Vonari.
13 isn't.
Right.
As you look into her eyes,
I'll give
Vonari.
Venari. I'm going to give Venari my inspiration. The one
Okay.
that we got
Ooh,
from
inspiration.
resting in the
Okay.
grove.
Slightly
And
bit.
then I'm going to add a Flash of Genius to that. So 20.
20. With a 20, you are able to see through Apology's eyes, you're able to see it's exactly what she's putting on, and there's a level of rawness here that you've almost never seen in your life. Like, this is the most sincere that you've seen a person in a very, very long time. There's no guards, there's no shields. Apology is on the verge of emotional destruction.
Okay. But we actually may need you to try and correct her course and bring her back to, as you say, her original ideals. So in that case, you are necessary.
Of course, but it's just a misunderstanding. This Jockrob you say is a liar, correct?
Really, I didn't roll
Yes.
the in-universe explanation for an insight check, but he really seemed like he was buying it. It really seemed like he thought like he was actually talking to Dast. I would take what he said as the truth. Jockrob is the primary thing we've learned about him is that Jockrob is not intelligent.
Well, he's aware that he's being played. He may not be correct necessarily on what other people's motivations actually are. That might be what he thinks is true, but it may not actually be true. But a giant obsidian hand did in fact rise out of Slaypool after our actions. And
Yeah, he said Shade Pool's going to intersect with the material plane. That seems concerning. But not to change the subject. I mean, like, apology, he was raised by Das and Sylvania, and he turned into the person he is now.
You know, I fully believe you that they do not demonstrate every form of intelligence, but there are a great variety of ways that one can demonstrate capacity of mind, and one must merely look around to see the vast trappings, the plans and foils that he has prepared for those who underestimate him.
The wind rustles through the branches.
I mean, we don't really have a choice. We can't join him, right? There's no way you can trust him as far as you can throw him.
There is a choice. The domain isn't held up by Jockrob, it's held up by the aspect. If someone took the aspect on and worked with it as closely as Jockrob does, they could sustain the domain and keep Shadepool from intersecting with the real world.
Which does mean a clash with him to get the aspect.
And it does mean a substantial sacrifice from whoever does that.
Well, we don't entirely know the cost of doing such a thing, but I'm up for the task if necessary.
You saw what Jockrop's like. He can't do anything in his life without bargaining, without playing it both ways anymore. I don't know if that's just who he is or if that's how the aspect is reflected onto him. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fairly decisive man. You know, I kill people for a living. You can't take that back. And the idea of losing my agency like that, not being able to commit to any one course, is at least somewhat terrifying.
Apologies just kind of runs up and hugs Isaac.
Oh, I kind of pat her on the back awkwardly.
Of course, eats another fern.
Yo, you got a new best friend. Feels good, man.
The mammoths speak up, as I believe the spell is still active.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like an hour or something. I can always cast it again too. It's not a big deal.
We will protect you in your slumber. We see that you have gone through a great deal.
Thank you. I can't talk to them. Sorry.
You are friends of ours. Shark 1.
Cinder's gonna do a little bit of a bow. Thank you. If you need help from us with anything, just let us know, please.
We do not need help. We are your help.
Based in Mammoth, but you see that?
Hunter has no idea what's going on. He's just like, this shark's like, what the hell?
Well, I have speak with animals procs. I can like translate for Hunter. I'm probably not going to.
How deep is the water?
Over there, like, it gets deeper and deeper. I'd say it's not too deep. Like, it's about 8 to 10 feet at the very deepest point, like in the middle, and it just kind of banks in.
Does that be a sword like sunk into the middle of the water where we can't see it right now?
So, like, at the very
I did-
deepest here, and then like
I did wonder what would happen if like we fully submerged ourselves.
It'd probably be good.
You come out, you're like 20 years younger.
Is there going to be a mermaid that comes out of the water and asks you to hug and then pulls you under?
At the bottom, you find there is a sword, like a sword stuck in a stone.
It's the creature from the Black Lagoon. They come out and they say, "What's up?" and then they join our party.
I tug at the sword.
You tug at the sword, and it was a mirage the whole time.
Oh.
Instead, no, you tug at the sword, you pull it out, but it's cursed and it weighs 5,000 pounds.
Is there
What
a
are you gonna
lady in
do?
the lake?
Let me just stop for a second here to give you a story of a Maki and the best trap I've ever done in my life. Jazz, you know what I'm talking about here.
I was making Oblivion reference. but
There
let's
was
see.
a giant underwater cave sequence that we had
Yeah.
here, and at the very end of the cave, there was a powerful glowing magic sword stuck into a rock. So our cleric saw it because they had the highest perception, swam up to the sword and grabbed it to pull it out using a spell to buff her strength before getting in the water, obviously, to try to pull it out. There was sovereign glue on that handle.
Yeah, I know that trap.
I was thinking of the spoilers for anyone who hasn't played Oblivion watching the stream. The classic Mages Guild quest where you have to get a ring from a well, but the ring is cursed.
It's like
It weighs super
150
heavy,
or
yeah.
something.
Mhm.
But what made this one especially great is that they weren't able to unglue it, and they can't destroy like the magic. So this cleric now perpetually had a sword in hand with a little bit of rock stuck at the tip, making it completely non-functional as a stabbing weapon. And it was instead an improvised club that could not be unequipped. He couldn't cast spells with somatic components.
Oh no,
It was very bad.
that's brutal.
So the cleric was just like a super shitty fighter.
I will
And
go
that
swimming.
was a very strong cleric too. They had like all the best spells and everything.
I'll dive into the water and swim around and see if I can see anything at the bottom, or if I die from being in the white stuff.
Don't do it.
Isaac,
Don't do
as
it.
soon as you submerge yourself fully, everything gets kind of flooded over with white here.
Huh. That means I
And
just can't see.
you begin to disappear. Everyone sees Isaac's form is fading.
Oh,
Can I
No.
telekinetically
Can I get
pull
out
him
of the
out?
water?
Yes, so let's handle this in initiative
Oh
here.
god.
oh, okay. I got to roll initiative too. Maybe
I
there
knew
might
I
be
should have made Hunter go in first. I just thought it seemed racist to make the shark do the water things.
That's not racist. It's like actually has an aptitude for it. Whatever. Oh, I gotta do the tracker thing. My bad. Roll 10 ampersand. Okay.
All right, so let's say Isaac, it doesn't start like immediately, like you don't immediately notice. The water is very clear aside from being white.
Oh.
So at the very bottom, like it looks completely white. It's somewhat translucent. Like, you know how if you go to like a really clear water in like the Caribbean or whatever,
Yeah.
you see it like gradually gets more and more blue the deeper the water is? Imagine that, but it gets more and more white.
Okay, if it doesn't happen immediately, then if I can do one thing, I'm going to kick up some dirt and see if the dirt mixes with the water, or if it just like refuses to mix.
Okay, very beautiful. So we're going to start the round here with Isaac, and that's Isaac's turn. So Isaac, as you do this, the dirt that you kick up is completely white, but when you scrape it away, you see there's less white dirt, which immediately begins discoloring, as if it's being transformed into white substance. And then you look down, and your skin is being transformed the same way. You are being consumed by hope.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Yay.
in this time, Isaac, make a Constitution saving throw.
13.
Plus 5 from Flash of Genius.
Okay, that's one death save.
Hooray.
Oh,
Do I have to roll that death save?
We're doing this out in the open, like this isn't a GM roll because it's not like the traditional death saving throws.
Oh.
But if you fail the save, it's a death fail.
Okay.
You're
What's the
not
DC, do I know?
unconscious. you don't know.
It's hidden.
Okay.
that was a good.
Yeah.
That was a sneaky ass question. Bro. That was good. I gotta do that.
It's not sneaky. You know the DC for a normal death save. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
you
Oh, it's a death save. What?
Yeah. If you get 3 fails here, Isaac's dead. Like Isaac will disappear and be mixed with Shade Pool.
Yeah, I don't think I can
Isaac-
revive that.
In this moment here, you feel an immense, incredibly powerful source of light, stronger than you've ever felt in your entire life. And inside it, there is just like one little bit, like purple almost, shining through this rainbow, this deluge of colors that overwhelms your entire being. And this tiny little ray speaks to you. Isaac, be careful.
Oh, thanks. He's trying very hard not to be sarcastic, but it kind of
The
ends up
other.
that way anyways.
Isaac is
Yeah.
at the bottom here. I believe he said it was 10 feet in like the river. Let's say it's 30 feet down at the very tip.
Okay.
How far down
I
is
just need to
Isaac?
check one spell.
Isaac's at the bottom.
Oh,
He was
jeez.
scraping dirt.
Alright, let's
Yeah,
get
yeah,
spells.
yeah.
I have something for this actually. How deep is he right now at the moment, Paul?
30 feet.
30 feet, and we can see him.
Just barely, yeah.
Okay.
You can see starting to fade.
Well, how at what rate
I've-
is he descending? Oh, sorry, go on.
He's hit the bottom. It's 30 feet. Like he swims to the bottom.
Let's say he were to rise 20 feet somehow. How quickly would he descend back down to 30?
I'm conscious, so 0.
Okay.
Yeah, Isaac's not unconscious. Isaac is just being consumed by this.
I can
immensity.
get you out of here in 2 turns, basically. I think.
All right.
Are you levitating me?
I could levitate you, yeah.
That's fun.
We can get you
I'll-
most of the way
I'll-
out.
We could see
30
there might be a faster way. Sorry, go on with it. Sorry.
I'll move 30 feet over here and use the all-purpose tool as an action to learn Thorn Whip.
Ooh.
And I guess Defender can move closer. I'll get Defender closer.
All right.
Yeah.
Vonari.
Okay.
Minari.
Not Venari, sorry. Hero
Oh,
first.
So I've been trying to pay attention. I apologize that I missed it. Are you intentionally doing this? Did you get
No, I'm
sucked
not.
in? Like you went there intentionally.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went there intentionally.
And now he can't leave intentionally. That
Oh.
makes sense.
I see.
I mean,
well,
Isaac can try to leave. There's nothing stopping Isaac.
Just if he
Except-
stays there, he's gonna.
Who knows? It's not Isaac's turn yet. Ha
Oh no! That
I
was,
already
a
have something
scary,
to do with my
that
turn.
was a scary voice change. I was actually scared. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'll PM my plans so that if I do it, it doesn't look like I learned something from the information you tell me on my turn.
You got
Um,
this. How's it going? You're gonna be out of there. It's just a matter of when and how long it'll take. We're gonna get you out of there.
We're gonna get you out.
all right. Well, I will get out my single interesting piece of mundane equipment, which is rope, and I'm gonna tie it to my horse, and I'm gonna throw it at Isaac. It sort of sinks into the water after floating on the surface for a bit.
Okay.
It's 50 feet, so it should just barely reach, and it'll have like a loop on the other end as well.
Okay. Vonari.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna bonus action telekinetically pull him 5 feet up,
Okay.
Ooh.
so he'll be at 25 feet, unless he wants
Isaac,
to
you get
resist.
closer to the rope if you want.
Yeah, I suppose I'll let you do that. I won't make a strength save this time.
Right, then I'm going to use the new feat that I picked to do a spell at distance. Distance spell. Double the range, or if it doesn't have it, if it touch spell, it's 30 feet, so I should be able to reach him.
Ooh.
I'm going to do enhance ability.
Ooh.
Ooh. Is that meta saves?
I mean, it could go to. I mean, if you just want bless, I could. But if it's gonna be swimming to get out, it's probably strength, right?
Oh yeah, I've got shitloads of strength. Or I got
But
shitloads
having
of,
advantage on it
athletics,
would
I mean.
definitely help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can give you bull strength. And you get sick. No, you don't get the HP because that's only for con. But you have advantage on strength saving throws and.
Checks. Cool.
Is it just strength saving throws? Strength checks. And your carrying capacity doubles, but it doesn't really matter.
I think a strength saving throw is a strength check? Question mark, is it, Pog?
No, so bull strength gives you advantage on strength check and doubles carrying capacity, but checks are not saves.
Okay.
But if he
So
has
like
to do athletics to swim up or pull
Yes,
himself
so
up.
athletic. Technically, in the rules, there's no such thing as a skill check, right? So it's going to be a strength athletics. So it's like it's an ability check. It's testing your strength ability modified by your athletics proficiency. So yeah, in this case, it would work that way. Yes.
Based in bull strength build.
I'm
Sometimes I
hoping-
know the rules of the game.
And getting you
Sometimes I
away
don't.
from the things is better than a D4 on saves.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, D20 swing is a lot more than a D4 swing.
Yeah.
Like a new jack swing. Cinder.
So how high up with the kinetic pole, telekinetic pole have you pulled Isaac up?
He's at 25 feet. under
Yep.
now.
He's at 25 feet. Okay, so I guess I can make it easier for him to swim up. So I will cast levitate. Wait, if I cast, levitate, then he's within 5 feet of the rope. Then, right? You can grab it. Is that how that works? Okay, yeah. Okay, and then we can pull him with the rope. Okay, I will cast levitate to pull him up 20 feet as an action, and then I will also say out loud, Isaac, stay there. No, not stay there. Sorry, hang in there. Don't lose hope. And I'll give him a bardic inspiration dice that he can use.
Perhaps
It is
the rope.
impossible for me to lose hope. I am in a pool of hope.
He's got too much hope, actually.
Hang in there. Lose hope.
Isaac.
Sometimes things suck, Isaac.
Isaac. So
Remember.
at the top of the round,
Hello.
before your action even begins, make a Constitution saving throw.
Can you add bardic die to this?
Yes.
Was that a D8?
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you already make
13.
it?
And flash of genius.
How many do you
18.
have?
18.
You succeed. Isaac, in this moment here, you can see, like, as your skin is transforming to be made out of hope meat, it is, like, dispersing as if being dissolved by the water. And in this moment here, you feel, like, the woes of every person in Slaypool, like, just in the back of your mind here. And there's this incredible empathetic urge that begins within you. And you feel so desperately like you want to help everyone. You want to help every single person. And in this moment, as you feel yourself pulled apart in all these different directions, you remember who you are. You are you. You are no one else. And so, make your action.
Okay, I've got all this positive, like, happy magic in me, right? Like, the problem is I got too much, like, happy, good magic. That's pacifist and all that stuff. So with my action, I'm going to attempt to use my limited command of magic to sort of package all that up and offer some of it to Elise to, like stop my body from overcharging with it.
Okay. Make a religion check.
I'm
I'm good at this. 14.
bizarre. Okay.
I mean, the gods are real.
Would anyone like to apply some sort of advantage?
Yeah, I'll use my inspiration. I'll use my
Okay.
well-rested inspiration. 27.
In this moment, you make contact with Elise. And not just in a prayer sense, you make physical, real contact with Elise.
Hell yeah.
We don't have much longer, Isaac. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Okay. I don't know everything. The other gods don't tell me too much. I'm supposed to be quiet and sit back and not interfere, and then in the material plane they're hunting me down and all my worshippers. Kind of mean of them.
Yeah, no.
I have 3 warnings for you before we go here. I don't think we'll be able to talk like this ever again. And please don't ever do anything like this ever again, because this is so dangerous. And I was so worried for you. The first, no matter how bad things get, you mustn't give up hope, because that's what they want. The second, do not trust Xenos. The third, and then the connection cuts off. Isaac, you are being separated.
Oh, I was getting a bonus action dash. Can I do anything about the separation instead?
Yes, because there is this beautiful little rope that descends, and you notice this as you're snapping back to consciousness here. You are you, and you have eyes. You can see things, and you see this rope, and you hear the voices of everyone trying to get you out of this water.
Oh, shit. Okay, I grab the rope and I double action dash onto shore. Or
Alright.
I bonus action dash, not double action.
You are able to get back onto the shore with the help of this rope here. Make an athletics check, actually, because this is technically... You don't have a swim speed.
Oh my god, 13.
13.
I actually don't, if I'm grabbing the rope and going that way, I don't have enough movement. I only have enough movement if I'm going here because it's 15 feet.
In which case the rope won't help you, though.
Yeah.
Okay. How much movement do you have at half speed here?
30, because I had bonus action dashed.
Okay. So you have to go up an additional, what is it? So
5 feet.
levitate gets you 5 feet, and then you've got 25 feet at half speed. Oh, no.
I'm gonna go like here, because then they can just pick me up. So
Okay.
I might not use the rope. Let's go and like land on shore and
Okay.
bob.
Yeah, the rope would have given you advantage, but you have advantage otherwise. He grabs the rope, pulls out, and then abandons the rope hero once he is able to pull himself, and then swims as hard as he can. Wielder.
Is he out?
No.
I'm like
He's
in the shore.
Yeah, he's at the shore, like trying to get out.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Oh my god. No, he doesn't even have to like swim, dog. He could just push off the rope, can he? Because he's levitating, and he'll be 20 feet up or whatever.
Oh,
How
is
do
that
you
what
push off a rope?
Yeah, the rope will just go
use
down
the
a little
rope
bit
to
and...
pull out of the water and then activate levitate and start floating.
Well, the
Well,
rope's like just
levitate's
on top of
levitate's
the water. Like it's just...
Technically, levitate's already active, and the only way to
Yeah.
move while levitating is to push off stuff. So you can just pull on the rope and push up, and you'll be levitating in the sky.
Oh no! How do I get? What? No,
That's not how...
you can't push up a rope. The rope is floppy, so I won't be able to push myself into the air. The rope will move instead because the rope weighs less than me.
Oh god, so you can't actually move
The
just
rope
Rope
is
is
levitate.
tied to the horse.
The rope is tied to the horse. As
Yeah.
soon
Yeah,
as
but you have
there's
to
any
pull
sort of strain on the rope, I'm gonna assume that you're holding onto it, and I'm gonna say yeehaw, and then they're gonna start running away from the.
Yeah, do you want to
Oh.
levitate towards the horse and get out of the water that way, or do you want to be pulled by Wielder and them?
Yeah,
I mean,
that way?
yeah. If Cal is just yelling at the horse and the horse is running off into the forest, I want to have a cool forest adventure, so I'm gonna hold on to the end.
I'm Cal now.
Sorry.
Hero is my friend.
Does my horse roll a athletics now? Do I get to roll horse athletics?
Yeah, have the horse roll athletics to see if you
Horse
pull it,
athletics.
to see how
Horse
majestic it is when the
athletics.
horse pulls Isaac out here.
You also need a wisdom saving throw for it not to run off into the forest and bash me against a tree.
I've
the
opened and
animal
closed this
handling.
tab like 3 times, so I need to go and open the Warhorse page again, apparently.
Probably just 40-foot movement,
Remix.
probably.
There we go. Okay. Strength. I guess it probably doesn't have any skills, does it? It doesn't list any skills. So
No proficiency.
if it has 6 intelligence, does it mean I get to pick skill points? I don't think that's how this edition works.
No.
Okay, apparently GM rolled.
GM rolled, I think because the Warhorse is
It's a
stat
monster,
block.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's their way of I guess preventing people from posting it publicly, and then I don't know. And it makes sense, kind of. All right, you're able to get Isaac out of the water. It's a little bit sloppy though. It's not perfect form. Isaac's just slowly floating in the direction of the rope, like a balloon tied to a string.
Hey, good news is I got to give some of that to Elise. It didn't give me piety though, but I did get to talk to her, and she said not to trust Xenos.
Nice.
And Xenos is the one who told us that Das is evil, so now I'm questioning everything.
Well, I think the scariest part about the Xenos thing out of character is just that Xenos is supposed to be the highest person as far as Elise worship goes, right?
Yeah, he was.
If you can't, if the goddess themselves are telling you can't trust them, then holy shit, what else can That's such a degree of trust breaking. He probably lied to us a ton whenever we spoke to him. But
we talked to him twice.
We killed Ho for him. That makes me the high priest of Elise in Slaypool.
Probably, yeah. Is there a stronger wizard that worships Elise? Probably not. Who knows?
Also, I might be her communicator, whatever that word is that Fate is for everyone else.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you here because this, technically it's the wisdom check to find out, but if I didn't say it, I would turn into the Joker. There's no fucking way the speaker is not Celeste. Absolutely zero way.
But Celeste fireballs people all the time.
In what universe is it not Celeste?
It's also been 100 years since we've last seen Celeste in canon, or a long time, so she might have changed. Who knows? Maybe she hasn't fireballed anyone in a long time.
Either way, it's probably someone that can do more than one spell a day.
I can do more than one spell. I can do 7.
I liked what I said. You're probably the strongest wizard right now that worships Elise, and no one's saying it. They just went with it. I like it.
Try not to crush his hopes too badly.
So that was weird. Oh, Pog, did I manage to give her any of that magic?
You did. That's what made that connection happen.
Oh, so she immediately spent it on me. That's nice of her.
Wait, so you're telling me Elise is a real god? I thought that was just rumors.
No, Elise is definitely a real god.
Interesting. I wonder what the Conclave has to say about this.
You know exactly what they have to say about that.
By the way, for those of you who have not played Calamity, Elise was a character in Calamity whose sister was Celeste.
More of a clone than a sister.
Yes, okay. Specifically, Elise and Celeste were clones of an ancient wizard thousands of years ago called the Star Child. The Star Child was a prodigy amongst prodigies, and if it wasn't for the greatest wizard ever to live of all time also existing in that time period, the Star Child would be the greatest wizard to live of all time. Yes. It just so happened that Atlo was also born at the same time. And so, in order to try to get that sort of power on their hands, an evil entity decided to make clones of the greatest wizard because they happened to have some ancient fossilized remnants that they could use to make clones of her. The clones were Elise and Celeste. They were called the Star Children, and they're technically clones, but they prefer to think of each other as twin sisters. That's why Celeste...
Weren't there other clones too?
There were others, but they did not survive.
I think they died in the cloning process or something.
They died in the cloning process, or they died. One of them actually did survive, kind of, but then died immediately later.
It had 4 extra arms. It wasn't it. It wasn't even a she anymore. Scary shit.
And then at the end of Calamity, she became a deity.
Correct.
Apotheosis of divinity.
Which Xeno says he rejected, if I remember correctly.
He rejected divinity and chose Calamity.
Like most of us did in campaign.
So he's just a cat, or was just a cat. But
maybe that's a lie. True polymorph, but maybe it's a lie. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's a lie. Maybe he wished for something else with his Calamity. We don't know.
Thanks for saving my life, by the way. I can appreciate that.
Cinder's just gonna shrug. I learned it from Hero.
I understand that your position on the team is quite valuable.
Yeah, I made us a shark friend. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it on account of like almost dying, and then also I get to talk to my goddess.
Isaac, as you're like saying this, you're kind of looking at your skin as you slowly become more and more opaque, and like the white substance that made up your skin begins to fade away, and you turn back into yourself.
Okay, I was gonna do like a medicine check to see if he was gonna be okay.
Personally, I think that the tactics that you employ on this team undermine our performance, but I don't think that it would go over very well if I had left you there.
Hog, do I feel significantly hungrier now? I'm trying to determine whether or not the energy used to make all that hope magic came from me or it came from somewhere else.
I don't even begin to understand how I would answer this question, but let me think about it for a bit and get back to you.
Okay. Maybe I need double rations today.
Ration.
Well, we now know that stuff is dangerous, and we cannot just put it anywhere potentially.
Yeah, don't swim in it.
Yeah, don't overdose on it.
Here's what I'll say. Isaac, give me an insight check with advantage because you were like literally experiencing this.
23.
Why are
Okay,
you
well, that's a
rolling
20.
like this? Okay, Isaac, you realize that what you experienced and what you felt, like this danger is not intended. Right? Like this stuff isn't supposed to be dangerous. What's happening here is there's so much negativity in Shade Pool that there's almost this desire to combat it, like no matter what. And that is what the danger is. That being consumed by all this hope will make the world a better place. And in this time, you think about like what was said to you by Apology this whole time, and you realize it's like sacrificing to the volcano so that the stone dragon can consume that hope. Just that there's so little hope to go around now that the effect is 1,000 times more volatile. Like it's desperate for hope, and so it's sucking up anything that it can to fight what it sees as, quite frankly, the most dangerous thing in the material plane right now.
Okay. Here's what I'll say then. When I was in there, I kind of felt like I wanted to help everyone around me, and that feeling was so strong because we're in this nightmare place. But I think in the real world where things are less horrible all the time, this will be better. I probably will cause issues for like the cycle of marine life though. Like if everything in the water is immortal, then like the fishes will get eaten by the sharks, and then the fish will just be like swimming around the shark all okay, and then the shark will die because he can't eat anything. I don't know.
Wait, are there animals in there?
No.
There are no animals that you can see inside there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So
They would have been
that's fine.
consumed.
They drink the water, but they don't go in the water. And also, Isaac, to answer your question earlier, vis-a-vis the energy is coming from this plane, and you felt yourself as like a conduit between it and that even greater power that you felt yourself being like drawn towards, that prismatic light that you felt Elise coming from. It's sort of like, imagine two black holes, one of which much more powerful than the other, and you're caught in between them.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of what it was like to be in that pool.
Huh.
And when you reached out to Elise, it's like you made yourself a conduit between the two of them, like a connection between them, and used that to reach out to the divine entity of Elise.
I will communicate that in pretty much those words. Well, I guess I just won't be doing that again. I don't think it'll be a problem too much in real life because look, this is a lake; it doesn't flow anywhere. It's the end of where this river is flowing, and it's accruing from the plants. But in the real world, there's much more water. It'll dissipate throughout the sea. It won't ever build up like this anyways.
It could be dangerous to spread it in like the sea or ocean. Probably want more contained water sources of it and then distribute it.
Yeah.
With your passive perception, Vonari, you can see like as you follow the river, the hope meat element of it, like the whiteness begins to dissipate the further upriver it goes. Like all of it is feeding into this one pond.
And well, it feeds off the energy of Shade Pool is the thing. So even if we put this all over Slate Pool, it's not exactly going to be a problem for much longer because this dragon is going to hatch.
Yeah, the end of the world is kind of a problem.
Yeah. It's like when this is all over, I'm sure it'll just be like neutralized. So I don't think we need to worry about the plague more than we need to worry about long-term effects.
Guess one thing at a time. We gotta deal with Jockrob first. Get out of here. Find out what it's like back in Slaypool and deal with the problems then.
Yeah.
I tell Horse to walk into the lake.
What? For real?
Earlier in the session, I wanted them to just walk through this part of the river and see what happened, but yeah, I want them to briefly submerge in this section of the lake.
Alright, the horse immediately begins to dissipate. Have the horse make a constitution saving throw.
You monster.
I'm having trouble. I don't think the horse has a god to communicate with.
I'm not giving the horse flash of genius.
Why are we putting the horse in through there?
I don't know. Here's like.
I want to know if my horse can commune with their god. Also,
Wow.
they get my aura.
Fuck.
The horse remembers that it has a purpose to serve you, its best friend, and it looks at you with a pleading look, asking you to get it out of here as soon as possible.
Don't forget the horse is a celestial. So it might.
Oh my god, the horse is a celestial.
Yeah, because you have fine speed, don't you? Or is that only greater fine speed?
No, it's part of it. Okay, I enjoyed this moment of experience, and the horse can leave the river now.
Just witness animal cruelty?
I sure fucking did.
I kind of wanted to know if it only worked on humanoids, but we know that this is some sort of a type.
Our subreddit's gonna be full of rage, dude. Good work. All the fans.
Okay, the other reason was because it's a second level spell to bring them back to life, as if nothing had happened. So
yeah, they don't actually die. They just go back to their plane.
Well, it depends. This isn't a normal death.
Ooh.
We can get a different horse if this one dies.
It's
only an angel horse.
Again, summons the same steed.
5 years from now.
It's a specific spirit that's bound to me.
Well,
5
the
years.
spirit dies.
I don't think
5 years from now, IGN's gonna be like top 5 worst things. The
Not
Rising
dead.
has
It
done.
gets converted into
Number
a different form
one.
of matter.
Number 1, putting the horse in the white lake.
Yeah, Aether Pilgrims is like the #1 D&D actual play in the world, and like fans go back to watch Bustan Faith, and there's like a warning, like if you have a horse, don't see episode 46 or whatever that is.
47. Yeah.
Trigger warning: horse eradication by divine magic.
What a
Everyone?
pet horse. All right.
force a nice stroke of their mane.
No bathing in this lake.
We are caught up.
Oh.
The timelines are finally caught up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 4 days to get here, so yeah.
And so, with that, we cut back to the city of Slaypool.
Ruh-roh. Where everything is going horribly.
And we see as the floating island of the Conclave begins to hover up and down, commotion rises through the city in extreme terror, like a cacophony of voices. But this is all muted inside the beautiful chapel inside the ring of Baros, where we see the three episcopatuses and Fate looking down as Saga Hoshiue walks up the steps. His face is a complex emotion of which no one fully grasps except himself. He climbs up to the very top. Fate looks down at him, almost with a look of condescension, as she places ceremonial robes on his shoulders. And so, it is time for the Episcopatus of Okeanos once again to rise. Like Lisbeth before you, and she puts a hand on his cheek, do you pledge to do well by the 15, to serve the common good of the people and the deities that guide us? I do, Your Holiness. And you see all of the light and joy has left his eyes as he looks down at the ground. She takes out a radiant glowing sword, as if knighting someone, and as she hands it to Saga, who replaces one of his blades with it, he looks up. So, when this is over... And she nods at him, and for a second he has a glimmer of hope before the guilt takes over again, and he stands up. He looks out at the city. Warfare has begun, as the Harmony Patrol fights with the guards of the city in some places. In other places, the Conclave fights with the guards, and in others still, the Conclave fights with Capcree. Fate pauses after standing up to meet him. I should come clean to you all. I did not expect Capcree to turn on us like this. And Saga gives like a wry smile. Sorry about that. That's partially my former allies' faults. And she just looks down at him, then looks out. Saga kind of rests his metal head against the window. We look down at the forge, where Corey does his best to fight against the violence, when suddenly soldiers of Alexander step out and defend against the onslaught, the rioting, the violence that tears over all of Slaypool. One of them nods at Corey. We've got orders from the Duke. This forge is to be protected as if it's the church. Elsewhere, at Cal's estate, there are soldiers as well. The standing guard, led, of course, by Ariane. We see the resistance as they step up, their symbol of hope gone in this trying time. Milo does his best to rally the people, but these are criminals, violent thugs. They're not quite ready to play hero. Some of them go into looting, using the chaos to further their own ends. Milo looks troubled. He calls out for Isaac, but nobody comes. Finally, we see Vonari's house. Not the church, but the house Kovath. There, a brother departs. The father calls out to him, but he doesn't listen. He takes his sword and everything that he has with him, and he departs to the east, where he is needed. Leo Maris, looks up from out of a sewer grate, seeing this house. Do you know if Vonari is around? He's bleeding. He escaped barely with his life. They pull him out and use the best of their ability to heal him. Then we come back to Barrows. You couldn't have stopped it, even if you tried. Don't feel bad, Saga. You've done the best with what has to be done. This city was a den of debauchery, hedonism, and heresy. This purge is necessary. Yes, millions will die, but billions more will be saved by your choice, your sacrifice. Look at my eyes, Saga. And he refuses, so she forces his head to meet hers. Saga, when I tell you to do something, you will do it. Do you understand? He nods. The coming months will become violent, tumultuous, and turbulent. I need your strength. And most importantly, I need the symbol of a defector. And that is where we'll end our session.
Hooray.
See you all
Session
next
over.
Saturday.
Do I get a penny
Uh,
for giving her stuff, by the way, or no?
I think you should, yes.
Hooray!
Episode name vote: Drowning in Hope.
Oh, that's really good. I'm also going to very tentatively put in a shout out here to the mammoths, as I'm glad that they showed up.
They were badass.
I have 8
thank you,
piety
Joe.
now.
They didn't really do
Thank you
much.
to
but
Forgotten Adventures. Yeah, I mean, they did show up. The mammoths, they would have
existed, yeah.
probably killed you had you tried to fight them.
Ooh.
But
Hopefully we didn't.
yeah, you befriend all the animals. This is the animal friendship
I
campaign.
guess that makes sense. They were definitely scarier than the sharks. I think the sharks. I don't think we were ever in danger, but they were still a problem. Like we could have been in danger against the sharks. Whatever.
I mean, the sharks are the mammoths are a nightmare because
They
what
get
they do is
trampled probably, right?
they knock you prone and then 4 more come and attack you with advantage. What do you do?
I can't wait till I literally cannot wait till Aether Pilgrims just for this animal shenaniganry. I can't wait.
So the animal shenaniganry.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one where I'm in max to do animal
Do
handling.
they have the thing that's like stampede or trample or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be sick. Shut
Yeah,
up.
sharks to be
Johannes.
completely owned. Sorry.
I mean, the sharks just didn't make their saves at the beginning. Like half of them were incapacitated and it was over, basically.
I mean, they don't.
Dude,
have
I was
Yeah, it's
I
like
was so
plus
excited to
zero.
roll my CCs against units that probably didn't have very good mental saves. I've really often rolled things that are physical saves,
think
with like
mine
trip
is
attacks and
4.
stuff. So it was cool time to have spells on my list that synergize with having actually put points in charisma.
I'm glad that there was multiple back-to-back natural 20s to end the session. By the way,
Yeah, that was cool.
20.
The most important one is the horse, I think. They
all
had a
right.
very
So,
deep connection.
what are we thinking for the title here?
Is it
Family
not just
trouble.
Drowning
I'm
in
fine
Hope?
with Drowning in Hope. I think that's a good one.
Drowning in Hope.
Well, we're not
I think
going to
we
do a
should
Star
title it-
Wars A New Hope reference.
I think we should title it "Ooh, It's a Spooky Ghost."
Nah, I wasn't a Star Wars reference, but it could be now. Could be a Star Wars reference now.
I like family
Drowning-
trouble because we got the Das angle, and then we got like Saga, like the found family betrayed itself and all that stuff. And I got mommy issues.
Hey,
Drowning in a New Hope.
Drowning in White Liquid.
drowning in my skin. Hey, when we kill Jock Rob,
Um,
can we make this the title Jock Rob Zombie? I think that'd be really good.
That would be good. That would be amazingly good.
Copy,
Dissolution of boundaries because my skin dissolved.
could copy the Princess Leia line and be like, "Aster Isaac, you are my only hope."
Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, Drowning in Hope is just like punchier. The less words,
Yeah.
the better.
Well, all right.
Drowning in Hope it is.
Wait, check the chat. There might be another fan request for a name.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Oh, shout out to Street Sharks.
Again,
I just like to emphasize we are not sponsored by Street Sharks. They're not paying us for
don't
this.
even exist anymore.
Shout out to Candy Corn.
Andy Corn.
Candy corn.
What celebrity are you gonna get sing it?
Which group are we doing next week?
Adele. We're gonna get Adele this
That's
week.
actually what I want to ask the group, because now that they're aligned, there's no real preference on my end. You can do whatever you want.
I think since you're asking for my opinion, I think Adele should sing it personally.
I want to
No,
do this
I'll-
group again.
Just kidding.
You want to
think
consult with
we-
Shipwreck?
Yeah, I want to go with Shipwreck too.
Yeah, I think it should be Shipwreck. Partially, my thought is that Venari could use sending, and if they do use sending,
We tried
then
before.
we did try before. There's reason to try again, but Venari doesn't have that reason yet. But there's a theoretical connection that we make in the one direction and not in the other. Is my thought.
My thought is that Bard is just really freaking good. And I want to keep playing Bard, but I'm good with whatever.
I want to absorb what happened today.
Well,
and if
next
I do
time
the
we'll
other one, I'll
walk like
forget it.
4 days, get to the Eastern Monastery. And we
Whoa,
can start
yeah.
that. So
Ooh,
Yeah.
where the other group would walk, and they'd get to like the top right somewhere and do something.
I guess the two counterpoints are there might be a bigger world event that's actually going to happen if Jailbreak gets to the next Shield generation location.
Well, we're closer. That's the thing. Shipwreck's closer.
Yeah.
Shipwreck's closer. And then maybe Shipwreck runs into the Team Jailbreak at Ventea. They might.
Yeah.
Or she's just completely wrecked, huh? Because they're doing things back home when you can't reply.
Sorry, what?
Our shit's is completely wrecked, isn't it? Because they're doing stuff back home and we can't reply and stop them from doing shit.
The whole
Well-
city's in war. I think it's going bad.
The problem is, like
The
They've
stone wall
already
has
met.
stabbing each other in the back, and
it's anarchy out there.
The Stonewall was stabbing each other in the back.
We don't know what the resistance is doing. So like I think I'm worried that Capcree and the Conclave, since they are in bad terms with each other now, are probably not coordinating as well as they can with these quarantine zones. And I hope that the resistance is picking up the slack, but I suspect that they're probably not in the absence of us. They're probably not doing anything.
We can
So-
probably just resurrect him, right?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, maybe. You could ask Fate. Fate.
Maybe we can ask Fate to resurrect him.
Fate can cast True Resurrection, maybe.
I mean, we
On
can
our-
cast regular. We can cast reincarnate or
On
raise dead
Sovereign?
even.
can we?
Wait,
We
do you
could
have
ask
access to pick
Aerith.
up all spells, Sunari?
Seraph might have a ghost that can cast res.
They might be messing with us, bro. How are they going to kill Sovereign, man? Sovereign's a beast. Come
Only
on,
have
man.
Revivify.
I want to
I
ask
haven't-
Seraph if they can res things if they get ghost back.
What level do you need me to cast 5th level spells?
11.
11 or is
Are
it 9?
Are you asking a secondary caster like
9th level. Yeah.
Primary.
Paladin? Then it would be 9th level.
Oh, the next level you can resurrect Sovereign for us and we can go and beat shit up.
After Jakob, we might become 9th level.
I can't
You
believe
reminded
somebody
me
did this
yet
after-
again that I don't have any 8th level characters, and that upsets me.
Wait, why isn't Cal 8th level?
This
Because
is-
Cal didn't
Yeah,
fucking
like-
do anything.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I don't
You
think
guys
he did anything.
punched a guy in the
Yeah.
face, and Cal just like got out of prison for the 15th time in their life.
Yeah,
I'm in
so
the same boat. I only have
the-
2 levels.
with Team Jailbreak, when they beat Ventea, they'll level up.
What's Ventea?
we got
Ventea.
the living
Ventea.
spell barrier
Die.
Oh, yeah.
in the
Ventea.
northeast.
And then maybe team up and fight Ventea, and then it gets to be a super boss.
Ooh.
Ooh, super boss. I like super bosses.
They'll probably be
Wait,
doing that
does
at the
that
same
mean
time
Isaac
we
would
do
also
the
level
boss.
up if we all went there?
Probably not, but I would get to play a hero who's a paladin, which is a better class combination than anything involving ranger.
That's because Ranger's not the greatest class.
Ranger's based. You guys are just mad.
I took sharpshooter on a rogue.
Ranger's like good when you do the math, but it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I
So,
guess.
so the weird thing to me about Ranger is that I have all of the good parts of Ranger as a paladin. Plus, I have all of the good parts of being a paladin because
Yeah,
I'm a paladin.
That's the problem is Ranger just it doesn't the identity of Ranger. I don't know how you make it like
Like
a
I actually
cla-
just straight up have everything good about being a Ranger, which
you
is
look you look at a Ranger.
People-
Ranger is just a badass class that can do a bunch of things. Like I don't know
Yeah.
like what really
Cal,
how you
Cal
can-
is the identity of a ranger, like the switch hitter that is loquacious and does everything right the first time and crits all the time for no reason.
Gloomstalker is so good.
Gloomstalker is
love
wild.
Gloomstalker.
Dude, I made
Gloomstalker seems cool.
when Echo Knight was first came out, I theory crafted a build with Gloomstalker. You do like 8 attacks in one turn at like level 8 or something. It's crazy. Takes all your resources though. But
Do you think I
Yeah.
should start going? Sorry.
no, go on.
Do you think I should start going fighter on Isaac, or should
Up
I
to
stick?
you.
There's a good pass.
Up to you.
I mean, going fighter on Isaac makes sense because keep in mind, action surge.
It's very
Action surge,
good. Very
Yeah,
good.
it's a pretty good spell.
pretty
like-
good.
I feel like Isaac feels like a fighter more than he feels like a rogue. Like if you were just statted straight up as a fighter, that would make total sense to me.
So Isaac originally
yeah.
was much more of like an assassin who would like not get into fights unless he had a guaranteed win. But he's grown a lot and he's a lot more of an active boy now.
I still
Yeah.
feel like you can represent that as a fighter.
Based.
You have to look at your level ups and see if it works out well.
I lose a
Based.
feat if I do it, basically.
Oh no, playing
And
fighter loses.
sneak
What's
attack
your
dice.
what's your dex already?
I
18.
feel like Action Surge is a better feat than every
Hmm.
feat in the game.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
action surge or the plus or the 20 dex. That's what you're deciding between, I think.
Well, action
The
surge
sneak-
and maneuvers.
The sneak attack dice, I think you make up for it by having the second attack, so it's not as bad.
Oh, I won't get to 5.
You won't
Dude,
get
are
to
you sure?
5. But...
Are you sure?
Sure.
Like you might get to 5.
That would be total level 13. That'd be very
Yeah.
late campaign.
It would be, but think about how cool that'd be as like an end game thing.
I mean, but also you have to think about it. That's a 1d6, and then you could get a second musket shot, which is at your full proficiency bonus.
Imagine Isaac with the +2 musket being finished, shooting like magic poison bullets, 4
Exactly.
bullets.
Your first attack procs the sneak attack, and then your second attack is just a musket shot, which will already do more damage than the one sneak attack dice added on would, right? It seems
True.
worth it, I think. Obviously, you'd have to hit the second attack to make it worth it, but I think it's
Yeah.
worth it.
We got plenty.
But
of
also,
stuff,
the other thing is the second attack also works because you're not. What if you miss your first attack if you just went full rogue, right? You don't have advantage. Now it's kind of like you always have advantage, if that makes sense.
Does
So if you're
steady aim
shooting-
do every attack?
Steady aim, good question.
Next attack roll. It has like a lot of anti-synergy with extra attack, doesn't it?
No, not anti-synergy. Because the only thing you have to do is just stand still. So you still get an advantage attack, and then you get another attack. So you're rolling 3 d20s essentially. Right? 2
Yeah.
per attack. That's
Well,
not
it's more
bad.
valuable on a single amped up attack than it is on a series of attacks.
I don't know, because still the bulk of your damage is getting the sneak attack off, right? So you just have
Yeah.
more chances to get the sneak attack.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah,
3
that's
d20, so
interesting.
2 d20.
Interesting discussion. I don't know.
Assuming someone's near it.
Yeah, assuming it's the 5 feet thing where you're shooting from still. But yeah.
I can also attack, move, hide, attack.
Mm. What's your AC looking like right now?
It is 15.
Dude,
15?
21 AC is so fun. I love it
Yeah,
so much.
it's pretty good. Genesis
Just so
has
you
a ton
know,
of-
those Thresher Sharks, if they'd hit, you'd have to make a Constitution saving throw or get stunned.
Oh,
Oh
geez.
man, I wish I could have made that Constitution saving throw. It's not even a good save for me, and it's already +7. It's actually in my lower half of saves. Oh no, it's
I was thinking
and-
about going Battlemaster, and then I could have forced the sharks to like drop people whenever they grappled them.
I'm looking at the tower shield thing.
But
'Cause if you
also,
go-
what about Arcane Archer?
Ooh.
Archer is cool.
I think I would go
Hmm.
Battlemaster if I went fighter. That's the reason why I'm considering going fighter is Battlemaster, because you get a disarming shot
Yeah.
as well as commanding strike. So yeah, I could give Happy twice the sneak attacks as fighter.
Have you considered champion?
Can champion make other people attack?
Crit. It's just a crit range is the big thing with champion.
Oh,
A
that's
champion
boring.
fighter is like you just pick it for the crits. Like there's no
Yeah.
other.
Yes,
reason to
it's
You would
just
never
like
ever
not-
continue on for the rest of it.
You do not care about remarkable athlete. Like you do not give a shit. To be fair, additional fighting style really good. Additional fighting style is worth it.
That is nice, yeah. Especially for like a
Oh,
switch
yeah.
hitter.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
was thinking that you just dip into it at until level 3, and then you stop being fighter.
That's
Maybe until,
most
like,
of the
4.
people who use
Yeah.
champion dip 3, but like if you keep going, level 15 is actually wild on champion, and at 18th level you just get like whatever.
I guess you could be like a rogue 15 fighter 5. Get the
At
extra
18th
attack.
level you get basically passive regen.
I forget you get fighting style at level 1. That's a +2 to hit with the rifle, and then I'm also getting another +2 from the rifle I bought.
Oh my god, you're just not going to be missing.
Well, that mostly counteracts sharpshooter. I'll
Base.
be doing 10 extra damage.
All right, well, it's lit.
It is.
How'd you guys
Very
like this
lit.
session, by the way? 1 out of 5.
I actually really liked this session. I found it really engaging. I was thinking that I was going to disengage because I was really tired.
I'd give it a 4. Solid 4.
I liked when I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna die.
I liked when I got to roll the encounter table.
that was the
I'll-
highlight for you.
That was the highlight for me.
I get to
will
roll
say
2d10. Yeah.
Yeah.
hard to decide between 3.5 and 4. My only reasoning for that is it was eventful, but it wasn't as eventful as I would like. I don't know. It was good. It was a good session. 4, I'd say. 4 is a good one.
I mean, 4 was what I was originally thinking. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, not every session can be a 5. I think like
What
hitting
would it have to be
5
to be a 5?
I think there was one in 5 a.m. That was a 5.
Let me think.
Yo, when
We've had
Jazz
some
said that we
5
could
recently.
kill that dude on Sunday, that was a 5 moment.
I would rate it 5 out of 7.
Let me think. What's a 5? Trying to
Oh,
think.
what was
Wait,
a 5?
A 5
Um,
session was that train one. Remember the train?
Yes, that was a 5 when we
That
went
was
to
a
go
5.
after Irene, right? Was it Irene? I think.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
that was
about
a
the
good
train
one.
session with the ghosts?
Yes, I
Yeah,
believe so.
that was cool.
Where
That
they
was
constantly
really good.
spawned and
That-
we had to move
that
forward
whole
and solve
sec-
puzzles. And...
That whole inner sanctum was amazing. Super like metaphorical. Everything about it was fun.
Yeah, that was the
One where
first
I-
time where I really felt like I got my character sheet, I think.
Yeah.
I like the
yeah,
one where I
yeah.
shot Venori.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when he started doing Horde Breaker and shit. He started smacking fools with Calvin. That was fun.
Yeah. I feel like that was sort of the moment, perhaps, where Pog was like, oh, wait, you picked Ranger, but you actually don't suck as a character. I should make real encounters.
Based.
I liked the session where Ivan died. That was a 5 session because it had a lot of tenseness.
That was good. Try to think. Try to think
There
in
were-
this campaign. So the train.
There were a couple
sorry.
of good things in Three Bridges.
3 Bridges. There, I think there was a 5 in 3 Bridges. I just don't know when. Because I don't. I'm
I
really
liked the
fuzzy.
thing with the jail. I thought that having the foreshadowing of how many times Cal is going to get thrown in jail in this campaign.
I liked when Isaac pretended to be undead and like went and followed all the skeletons to the rabbit. That was super tense. And then afterwards we actually fought the rabbit. That was cool. That was a 5, I think. I don't know which session that was or if that was an amalgamation of 2 sessions I'm thinking of, but that was good.
One of the things I liked in Three Bridges was we had just come off of the Rat King arc where I was like, oh wow, this is a really big battle map because there were sharpshooters and stuff like that. And then we zoomed out way further to see where the Dock Rabbit or whatever it is was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I got to trick the guy into thinking that his rats took control the ballista.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like created him for 1 million
Oh
damage.
yeah. Oh, that was funny.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
Oh, that one ended so well because you crit it, you like sniped him, and
Yeah.
I like stole the amulet, like sleight of hand of the amulet as he like fell down dead. Remember?
Whatever
that was
happened
really
to that amulet?
We gave it to the Michael.
I know
you
what
gave it
happens
away.
to it. I just want to know where it is.
Everyone could,
It's just
anyone
we.
at that point, there was a whole party there that could have said something. I just gave it. No one said anything.
I'm pretty sure we all complain.
You could have said, "Don't do it" right there. You could have like interjected in character. You could have done any number. I just gave it.
That's a 5 for me.
Hey, man.
Giving it away?
Yeah.
That's a 5. Anyways, we are approaching the final third act of the campaign.
Ooh.
The one where
Final
Saga's
third
evil,
act.
even though he dated me.
I want to
You
go back
think
to the
that Davey
first
would have
third
made him
act.
good?
We are entering the third act. For the third act, once we finish Jock Rob, we will be switching over to Foundry. So at the end of this arc here, and we will experience a radically different slave pool than the one you entered going in, as time dilation is doing nightmares.
It's just fucking
Foundry, I just realized we never checked this. Can you still draw like penises and hats on Foundry?
Probably.
I don't know if we can switch if you can't draw hats on the characters.
Yeah, I don't know if I can tolerate this campaign
You
anymore.
can.
Okay.
You can absolutely do that.
To be fair, if we can't, I think that'd probably be better though.
it's probably for the best, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I
For
like
the
my hat
best,
and beard.
but you can do it. However, we'll also have real character tokens starting campaign 3. So do you really want to defile our artist's work?
You were doing all this serious stuff at Barrows, and all I was doing is reading this fucking text underneath it and not trying not to laugh. The fucking Chad Happy Island with all this stuff. Trying not to burst out laughing.
True though. What's the Chad Happy Island?
Yeah, so I'm on Foundry right now, and it has even better drawing tools.
Wow. This is we can have very fancy penises, everybody.
It has opacity. It has opacity.
We can get shading and stuff in now.
Hog,
maybe possibly won't lag the shit out of it if we draw too much.
How long do we think the third act will be?
We know exactly what we have to do. We have to go to both temples and defeat Jockrob. And any other side stuff.
After
That's
Jockrob.
of the campaign. We're talking about the campaign. Right?
After
the campaign. So I'll give you a spoiler. Not really a spoiler because it's already been said in the campaign. The next act of Project Faith, what you now know what it stands for, title drop of the campaign, by the way. The final part of Project Faith is by having the aspects fight each other. It acts as sort of like miniature apotheoses, at which point they can supplant Shade Pool into the material plane.
That's happening, right?
That's going to happen. There's no way around it. Like, there's literally no way around it. It's a foregone conclusion. Either you stay here and run from Jock Rob your entire life, or it happens. Right? Once that happens, there will be no more Inner Sanctums.
Because they'll all be in the real world.
Exactly. So defeating the aspects will be theoretically easier, which will make things go faster. There will be less distinct arcs.
Right.
But at the same time, you'll also have to deal with new villains like potentially Sylvania, potentially Dast, maybe
Saga.
Xenos is a villain. I don't know. Saga is a villain. Yeah, Fate. Now you're actually fighting Fate. Like, there's a lot.
What I'm interested in is whether or not Fate's going to be more unstable after we fake kill off Isaac. Because that's going to be really convincing. Like, yeah, people die in these sanctums all the time, and there's a shitload of people here that we could have replaced him with.
Well, she might just see through it. Oh, look, there's another person there instead of Isaac. I wonder who that could be.
Oh, look,
except she looks at him with her true eyes, and she sees exactly what's in front of her, and she's like, I don't see Isaac's face anymore. This isn't Isaac.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe if you die
She's
inside.
relied her whole life on that.
What's it called? Dude, I have this demo of the travel rules for this open beta for C3. I'm really excited for C3. I cannot wait.
I'm actually liking the travel rules so far in this one, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Dude, it's gonna be amazing.
One thing that I'm going to try to do for campaign 3, if I can get it in time, is also like I'm thinking of doing it instead of like pure rolls, is like having a deck that you draw from.
Ooh,
cards.
yes, we
Sort
did
of
that
like
on
the
Maki.
callback.
Oh,
yeah.
can we
Yeah,
like add cards or remove cards from the deck and make a deck building mini game?
Yes, actually, that is one of the things that I considered.
oh shit.
Because if you gain
Yo.
abilities, you can add cards into the deck
Yo,
that have a chance to come up as being good or bad. Or
Yeah, that's
the-
one of the things that I considered actually.
the cutting edge tech behind the Fellowship
Mm.
engine. I can't wait.
So yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff. Anyways, thanks you all for coming by. See you next Saturday, etc., etc.
Good session, everyone.
Good session.
Look, everybody.
Next week.
see you next week.